there, ref. That's he got the ball.
Yes, everyone. Welcome back to the Irish Hotspur, and this is going to be your watch along for our second Europa League game of the season. We've traveled over to Budapest. We are coming up against FERENCVAROS, and hopefully Spurs can continue this winning streak, continue this rich vein of winning form. It's been a lot of fun watching Spurs of recent, and it could be even more fun now that we're seeing some of the youngsters being bled in, some of these youngsters being given an opportunity to play and playing in what would be a huge game for Tottenham Hotspur, because we want to continue the winning streak. We want to see Spurs play this liquid football, but now we get to see it with the likes of Mikey Moore, Will Lancashire. This should be a ton of fun. You have the lineups in front of you there, everybody. Vicario in goals, Pedro Porro right back. Romero is our Capitan again after that 3-0 win over Manchester United as the center back. Davies playing left-sided center back with Gray potentially as a left back, but you never know. Maybe Pedro Porro might be moved over to the left back position. Sar and Basuma holding it down in midfield with the Swedish sensation Lucas Bergvall in the cam role of some kind, you would think. And then Timo Weenie with Lancashire and Moore up top, and that should be a lot of fun to see. But Dave, this lineup, I mean, it gave Druzilla goosebumps. It gave me goosebumps. I mean, Ange Postecoglou, it's almost like he has, it's like he has a pulse on the fans right now. Like he knows exactly what they wanted. He knows exactly what they wanted to see. For the most part, this is the lineup that I kind of wanted, that I would have been really happy with, maybe apart from a Timo Werner, but understanding kind of the injury issues that we have, maybe that was the only option we could go with. So I'll be, kind of biting my tongue on that because, I understand the position Ange is in. This is a fun lineup that he has gone for. And if we get all 3 points today as well, I'd say fair play to Ange Postecoglou, because he's got his fingers on the fans' pulse right now, it feels like.
I think today is the last clap back at the fans that, maybe angered a lot of things at him. I heard a lot over recent weeks, he's supposed to be threading through these youngsters. Where are they? Well, they're here now, and a lot of people are scared with this sort of lineup. But I think it's brave. I think he had no choice but to play Lancashire. I think Solanke's played a lot of football over the last couple of weeks. At some point, you have to rest him. And I think against Brighton, they're a team that are going to match us in terms of running and stuff like that all over the pitch. You want your best players fit for that. So I think it was smart to rest the likes of Solanke and Johnson, who have filled in for all these, the Carabao Cup game and also the last game. So, this rest was going to happen at some point. And to be honest with you, Jack, I'm excited. In years gone by, we've had a lot of youth players sort of walk away from this club. And every year we're left, in the market with a huge problem in terms of club trained players, homegrown players. And, it's something that, has showed no signs of fixing. And then you won't sit there and wonder why we're spending so much on some homegrown players. Well, that's part of the reason why. It's about time we start producing some of our own, bring them through, stop making a mess of these European squad registrations and start bringing through some academy players that can actually contribute to these sort of squads. And we're challenging in 4 competitions. At some point, you are going to see these sort of rotations. For me, I'm super excited, Jack. Me and you have watched the academy for the last 2 years. Look, I've been on the academy a lot longer than even when I was younger. I used to keep an eye on the academy, but me and you have watched them a lot over the last 2 years. And, I'm not afraid to give these guys the opportunity because I know the talent they possess. Will Lancashire, he's what you want up front. He's a guy that'll make clever runs, a guy that you can play off, play into, cross the ball into. Mikey Moore, that guy minces, his fullbacks. He's direct. I really like what I see from him, and I think it's a huge opportunity for these guys, along with Bergvall, along with Archie Gray, to prove to Ange Postecoglou, that these are 4 players, young players that he can trust going forward. It's a huge night for them away from home, a big test, but... Look, I'm one of them fans. I'm really happy with the lineup, Jack. I did say, there's no need to rush these guys in. It'll happen naturally in these Europa League games when the games come in thick and fast. Here it is. And the reason why I'm not really concerned is because I'm confident from what I've seen from these guys that they're ready to take their opportunity tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair way to put it, Dave. And I'm really excited that they get the chance to take this opportunity tonight. There are already so many in the house, and we only have so long until the game time. But really good to see so many of you: Lee Neary, Donovan Osterreicher, Shami Tan, Ed Sweeting, Kulisexy Football towards the bottom there in a coma. Mark is also at the top of the chat. Big up to you, Mark. He's saying, "Let's go, Mikey Moore and Will Lancashire both to start." Real shame. Ange left out Spence though. Bit of a faux pas. I mean, I think, in the case of Jed Spence, it's kind of a one of those frustrations we'll continue to have in this Europa League until maybe he gets another chance to change it in January. But yes, let's see Mikey Moore come to flourish, as well as Will Lancashire. Also, Berbatov's halftime smoke saying TIH all day, the Irish Hotspur all day. Love that from
Big up.
Berbatov's halftime.
Big up,
Dark
Dan.
Sun G is in here as well, Dave, and he's saying Lanks, he had 2 comments. If Lanks and Moore play great, Richie and Odebear will fight once they return to training for a spot to play for us. Also, our worries of keeping Lancashire will decrease because he's getting some game time and being kept around. Dark Sun G says Lanks and Moore will start. Was that what we wanted Dane to have in the past? Dane Scarlett. He says also we can see why Valise and Solomon and Hill were sent out on loan to give our homegrown youths more of a chance. Come on, you Spurs. I mean, he is right, Dave, that this is maybe an opportunity to give more of our homegrown younger talents more of a chance instead of maybe, the Brian Hills and the Solomons and the Alejo Valises of the world. And also, this is what we wanted to see in the past in the Europa League games. We wanted to see some of those younger guys given a chance, like Dane Scarlett way back in the day. And now Lancashire and Mikey Moore, this is their opportunity. This is their chance. This is the pathway that people were talking about.
No, 100%. This is the pathway, and it was going to come to fruition at some point. And the club handed out long-term contracts to Luca Gunter, Tyrese Hall, Will Lancashire, Jamie Donnelly, Mikey Moore, and there's a few more, all on long-term contracts. So, there is a plan to sort of bring these guys through. I know they extended Josh Keeley's contract as well by a further year last year that went unnoticed. So, they clearly believe in a lot of the talent that they have coming through. And you listen to Johan Lang's interview today, they want to be a place where talent wants to come. So, it is something that they're trying to push through, that, these talents, they don't just have to look at the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, and big clubs. Start looking at Tottenham Hotspur, and I think that's a good thing to come. Look, Dane Scarlett, I do think he was given an opportunity. I remember out in Patros de Ferreira. I think where the problem came in games like that is he was playing with the likes of Matt Doherty, your Dyers, Ben Davies to a degree was a huge part of the problem. Not so much anymore now. A lot of these distractions are gone. But, I don't think they were given a fair opportunity with some of the players put out around them. Whereas today you look at it, you've got Vicario still in goals. You've got Pedro Porro out there. You've got Romero out there, first-team regulars. You've got Basuma, Sarr, first-team regulars, in the midfield, or have been for large parts of Postecoglou's tenure. So I think it gives them a real opportunity to play with players that are in form, players that, do have confidence in them, players that are technically good. And I think it gives them a better chance to be able to showcase their talent. So I think in years gone by, if you're Dane Scarlett playing in that, what was it? Was it either Nuno or Conte? It was more defensive orientated. A lot of the balls that were pumped up to him, he was isolated with no one really getting around him. Lancashire won't have that problem today, which gives them a better opportunity to be able to thrive and make an impact. Same with Mikey Moore, because they're going to have a lot of players around them high up the pitch rather than, being isolated like they have been in times gone by. So I think it's a huge opportunity for them tonight to really lay down a marker, showcase what they can do, and say, look, you got to include me in your plans. You got to get me more minutes off the bench. I deserve them. And I think this is, I'm proud. I like this, because when I grew up, Jack, in years gone by, in these competitions, Hearts, we played some youngsters from the under-21s that I never heard of, mixed with some, players. We went out there, slapped them 4 or 5-0. Shamrock Rovers, Harry Kane famously scored his first goal. He never looked back from that, did he? So these games do have benefits for these youngsters. It's good to see us getting back to that at Tottenham Hotspur. I think it's an area that's been heavily neglected, and I'm sure a lot of people out there are very happy for me because they just want to hear me shut up about it now.
Good to see that. We are Spurs TVs in the house as well. Drew Zilla, he's saying, oh, you lot again. Big up, everyone. Good to see you again, Drew. Long time no see. Stevie Frazier is in the house as well. Thank you for all the support you've been showing us, Stevie Frazier. And Dark Sun G came in here again saying, I can't wait to see more in Lanks with the Europa League intro. That's the thing, Dave, right? To see these guys as well, in the tunnel. Hopefully we get a glimpse of that. Hopefully Paramount Plus can give us the privilege to be able to see some of these guys come out through the tunnel. Dark Sun G, I would love to be able to catch them, in the new kind of jumper as well. That kind of warm-up kit that we have is very fresh, and I really like the looks of it. And it'd be great to see our man Lancashire, who's, an absolute, horse of a person. He looks huge for a guy of only 19, 20 years of age. Looks like a real stallion. Whereas Mikey Moore, he's so talented and he's so good. He's kind of does look like a 17-year-old Mikey Moore, and he's still very good at the football. And I'm really looking forward to these guys, just getting a glimpse of them in the tunnel. Hopefully they're not too wide wide-eyed. I would be if I was going into a game like this. I'd be absolutely intimidated as well as full of adrenaline. So I'm really looking forward to seeing these
Can I
kids and how they start off. Yes, Dave.
Can I just add on to that, Jack? You look at Will Lancashire and Mikey Moore, for instance. They're not just any ordinary 18, 17, 18, 19-year-olds. Look at the size of them. They're stacked. They're big guys. Physically, they can handle it. We've seen that pre-season, which, again, gives them an even better opportunity. They're not like your usual 17-year-old kids you see coming through, young, no muscle on them, a bit ragged, but they have speed on their side. What we've got is nice, big, strong, physical players that can handle themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are Spurs TV. I don't believe I missed you. I believe I did say your name, and good to
Did
have you with us as always. And thank you for supporting us as a
big up,
member.
Eric.
Patty Harnett. Afternoon, folks. Was Dermot carried away by the guards with the
Big up, Scotty.
noise he was making at the start of the last show? I missed it, but went on to watch and just heard that up the Spurs. Yeah, Dermot was being a little naughty inside the first minute. It was actually a record for, in time for us kicking someone off of the show. He actually broke the record for that time, Dermot Tron, but he did come on later and he did a great job as he always does on the pre-match build-up. And it's always good to have
Mm.
Dermot Tron with us.
It wouldn't be Dermot without the chaos, to be honest. That's what I
Yeah.
sort of love about him.
Yeah, exactly, Patty. Darius is in here as well. Good to see you, Darius. Hopefully you're okay, my friend. Inacoma is in the house as well. Big up to Inacoma. Cap and Pants, too. Big up to you, Cap and Pants. And then Shawnee Maddox saying, Mikey and Will starting. I'm back to Anjin. Love to see us opening the pathway.
Go on,
I
Shawnee.
know the kids will take their chance. I saw you in the chat, saying things like that, Sean, where he was like, oh, I'm creeping towards Anjin again. And he said, all of a sudden, I'm getting my love for Ange back, those sort of comments. And
To be
fair
fair,
play to
though,
you,
Jack,
Sean. Fair play to
he
Sean.
he did say one of the reasons was not giving the likes of Mikey Moore, Lancashire their opportunities. That was one of his biggest reasons behind it, to be fair.
And you would argue, Dave, as much as you are also, a big enthusiast for the youth and giving them opportunities, that's something that Sean has been very consistent about, from day one, that this is a special group of players, a special talent pool that needs to be given chances and opportunities. And we haven't seen that on a regular basis yet. And we hope to see the semblance of a pathway. We hope to see the semblance of there being an opportunity for these really young, talented players to get their chance. And this is going to be one of them. And I think he has been very consistent about that, Sean.
No, he has. He's been absolutely consistent. He's another one that's sat through, watch a lot of academy games. I think he's been in nearly every chat that we've done for all the academy games. And he well knows what's going out there, what we've put out there tonight. And look, hopefully they take the opportunity, Shawnee. All you can do is give these guys the opportunity. It's up to them to take it. And you know, I would say to them, sometimes you only get one. And as harsh as that sounds at this level, sometimes you only get one. So they have to go out there and make the most of it tonight. I'd like to say there isn't a lot of pressure on them, but there is. Because if they don't take that opportunity tonight, then they don't give the manager confidence to give them that opportunity again. So it's very important for them to put in that performance and hopefully play a huge part in leading us to victory. Because I just want to see all over Twitter, the two of them along with Bergvall, compilations of the future. The future's bright, the future's lily white. That's what this game is all about tonight, my man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the support, Sean. Thank you for the support as well, Dark Sun G, before we've gotten this watch along started. I'm really looking forward to this, guys.
Yeah,
And as well, good to see Anthony Rose in here. Big up, Dave and
big
Jack.
up.
Big up to you, Anthony. Donovan Ostriker saying, excited to see my boy, Will. I bet you are, Dono Vision. Shemi Tan saying, hey, Jack and Gabe. Good to see the youngsters and really hoping they do well. And it's a good game for them, too. Always worried when we make too many changes, though, especially in an international away game. Has Ange Postecoglou perhaps leaned a little too far on the changes, Dave, or has he gotten the balance right?
Look, ideally, these were changes I would have made for the Karabakh game, Jack. Not play Son, not play Solanke in them games. But I can understand what Postecoglou was trying to do. He's trying to breed, play players into confidence, breed confidence into them. And I think successfully he's done that. He's always said, when I feel like I have a settled squad, I'll start integrating some of the youngsters because I feel like that's when they have the best opportunity to shine. So I think one thing to take away from this selected lineup today is that Postecoglou clearly feels comfortable that the squad is starting to settle. That's heading in the right direction, and that's why he's made this call tonight.
Yeah, and it's a huge opportunity for so many of them, Shemtan, and even looking at Will Lancashire here, getting warmed up, as well. It just gives you that
Piss
good
and rain.
feeling. It's just kind of giddy right now, just being able to
Mm.
see him warming up like this, as well as our boy Mikey Moore. Really love to see that. And Sean as well. He's head wobbling like I am, Sean. Big up to you. Scotty Hynum, big up to all. Come on, you
Big up
Spurs.
Scotty
Good to
and
see
Derek
you.
Hutchinson as well.
Big up to the Scott Army, Derek Hutchinson, member of the Derek Army, King Hoddle in here saying the big guns are all on the bench in case it all goes tits up.
Yeah.
That's also fair, right? In case it doesn't go according to plan, we do have guys that can come on and make the impact and rescue the points for us if need be. MV Joker Davis saying, I just evolved Mikey Moore on FIFA. He'll do great tonight. Yeah, I think you saw the potential there. And good to see Christopher as well. Hopefully you're all right, Christopher. Charles Ingram, Dark Sun G again saying also Bergvall, Sar, and Lancashire Moore playing together with Poro, Cootie, Vicario is the start of our future Spurs era. Now, once Vuskovic and Young and Wilson join us, come on, you Spurs. Yeah, that's the thing. Vuskovic is a real talent, Dark Sun G. I'm really excited for him. And then Youngman Hook, just looks like a dynamic, fun winger that I think will be able to contribute. But Dave, I mean, he's right. Bergvall, Sar, Lancashire, so many there that can contribute.
No, 100%, Jack. There's so many that can contribute, you know, and you look at some of the ones we've got out on loan again, Donnelly, Vuskovic, Ashley Phillips, you know, who I think all again in the future will come back here and contribute at some point. You know, look, Jack, one thing me and you have been really excited is about some of the youth recruitment that we've brought in. I mean, you look at Vuskovic, the guy was 16 walking into the league in Poland, and some people say, oh, that's a nothing league, but for a 16-year-old, it's a huge test. He absolutely ripped it up, and you know, Michael, our source in Poland, can confirm that. Now he's got his loan out to Belgium. Be interesting whether to see that's going to be a season-long loan or whether he'll be called back here in January, February, which he can, and then sort of play for Tottenham Hotspur. But the guy's an absolute colossus for his age. He's very good on the ball. He can score goals from outside the box, a bit like Van de Ven. So I'm really excited to see these youngsters tonight. But let's not forget, there's a long list of others coming through. You've also got Callum Olasesi in the midfield for the under-21s, who people tip to have a bright future. I still got my eyes on Kieran Menton. You know, that guy's got a lot of good attributes. Tyrese Hall at some stage, I think you might see get an opportunity. You know, you got goalkeepers, Gunter, Kelleher, you know, Keeley. You've got Dorrington on the bench tonight, Casanova. You know, a lot of people in the club are excited about, you know, his prospect and stuff like that. So, you know, we're absolutely stacked with youth talent. You know, you look at the competitions they've won over the last few years, they've been my brightest spark. That's what's been able to help me cope with Tottenham, even through some of the Conte days. Watching this team, you know, go and compete, you know, winning trophies. The under 16, what was it? The under 18 and the under 16, no, under 17 and under 18, you know, FA Cup trophy. You know, 2 years, you know, in the same year under Conte. Then last year could have picked up another cup, but also went and won the league, you know, Premier League 2, a league that they got relegated from the season before. So our youth recruitment has been very strong. I'd argue probably one of the best in England at this moment in time. And hopefully now we can plot the pathway, and tonight's the start of it.
We're looking at the future golden generation in front of us, Dark Sun G, from Bergvall to Sar to Lancashire to Moore, so many all together here. And it's going to be great to see them try to get these first opportunities, some of these first minutes to get to learn from each other, gel together. And I hope we really benefit from this. And he had to do it at some point, Ange Postecoglou, and he's picked the moment now, Dark Sun G. And I'm really looking forward to it. And as well as also guys like Wilson Odebear, guys like Youngman Hook, as well as Vuskovic eventually coming in and adding to that huge pool of talent. So much talent to pick from, Dark Sun G. It's just incredible. And it makes us really, really happy. And it's something that I know you especially, you were a big fan of the youth and a fan of the young Spurs talent. And now they're getting their chance. They're getting their opportunities here. And I think we're very proud of it. And as well, a very loyal member of this community, someone who has contributed to us in the past and has been very good to us. I'm not going to say the name, but member for 23 months, fan show member, Coys. Absolutely love it. In the words of Lucas Mora, who probably is also maybe watching this game from maybe, you know, somewhere far beyond, somewhere in the world. He might be watching this game, looking down on Spurs, and maybe very happy to see that it's in good hands with some of these younger players and some of these young talents that we have to pick from. It's very good to see, and really appreciate your loyalty. Thank you so much for 23 months of support, 2 years. I'm pretty sure it's been a lot longer than 2 years, but thank you so much for tolerating Dave and I and sticking by us for as long as you have. We're very appreciative of that. And then Dark Sun G again in here says, in my opinion, if we were in the Champions League this year, no start would have come for Lancashire and more because they aren't quite ready for that type of level yet. Also, Gray will play better than Sessegnon did for the Conference League. That's a fair point. As much as people have maybe concerns about Archie Gray playing as a left back, remind yourselves at the time when Sessegnon was playing out there and didn't really strike us with very much confidence. That's a good point, Dark Sun G. But Dave, I mean, this is actually why I think last season, you probably might have wanted Champions League because you want to aim for the highest level competition. But I did say secretly and selfishly, I kind of did want us to finish around the Europa League spots because I'm a big fan of this competition. I think it's technically a more realistic opportunity for Spurs to win a trophy, and it's still a very significant trophy at that. And you do get to kind of squad manage a little bit easier with the Europa League. You do get chances to give some of your younger players opportunities, some of your more fringe players minutes and opportunities, and see if they can do well and can contribute. Whereas with the Champions League, it's not like we really felt like the squad that was totally ready to manage that type of a level of competition, every single week. And maybe the Europa League was kind of the right step up for us. It's still a step up. We still have to manage this type of competition and the games coming thick and fast. But I agree with Dark Sun G. I think actually Mikey Moore and Lancashire probably wouldn't have gotten a start tonight if it was the Champions League.
No, 100%. I agree because it's a step up in a level in competition altogether. Look, obviously, I'd like to be in the glitz, the glamour, and the allure of the Champions League, right? But I do think being in the Europa League probably is a blessing in disguise for Tottenham Hotspur, especially at this period in time. It does allow us to plot a pathway and give some of these youngsters, some of these players that I've been raving about, some opportunities in games that are sort of low risk, that they should be good enough to go out there and help contribute and help get this victory over the line. But also, I think, with the Champions League, trying to maintain that along the side of the league. If the league isn't going well and you get knocked out of the Champions League very, very quickly, it's almost that's it for the manager. He almost gets sacked straight off the back of that. Whereas I think with the Europa League, it probably gives Ange that bit of time, buys them a bit of time, even if the league doesn't go according to plan, because we're still getting a good run in the Europa League. I think it buys him that bit of time, that as a manager, that longer time that he may not get in the Champions League, to be able to pull this together and build us to make us stronger for the Champions League. And also, it's great for us Spurs fan base because it gives us hope. We're the man in quarterfinals, absolute minimum. So, I think it gives us good hope this season that, hang on, we can go and win a trophy. So, I think it's been good for the club all around, as in a blessing in disguise. Maybe not financially what we need, but as a blessing in Champions League.
And I'm even looking in the tunnel here. I had to go back and just seeing Vicario and Romero exchange words and pleasantries and, motivating each other ahead of this game. Just the right type of leadership and captaincy.
3 clean sheets, Jack. That's what they want.
Yeah, it's just the great type of captaincy and leadership that we want to see building. Vicario and Romero being those leaders in the mighty Tottenham Hotspur kit. And they've gone for that greenish kit tonight, so hopefully we can see them okay. A very strange choice considering FERENCVAROS also have a green kit. I'm a big fan of the FERENCVAROS kit, actually. It's kind of that Yankee pinstripe that I'm secretly a fan of. Maybe it's not a secret at this point anymore, but I am a fan of the FERENCVAROS kit. Not as much of a fan of ours. I think we'll blend into that grass maybe a little bit too much. And it's way too similar. Why can't we have gone for, I don't know, our away kit or something like that for this game instead of the third kit? The third kit, not too sure on this one, Dave, on the choice selection there.
I don't like. I think we look like a bunch of trees out there, or a good hedge, and I think it's difficult in terms of blending in with the pitch sometimes. And you know what? I things can make a difference. I remember United wore a grey kit and they were losing away games and stuff like that, and some eye specialist got in contact with Sir Alex Ferguson and told him, they're blending in too much with the boards and the stands and stuff like that. You need a colour that sort of sticks out, away from home. And they changed it and they never looked back since, I don't like this green. It seems like the last couple of years, Nike wants us to sort of go incognito, almost camouflage. But look, let's wait and see what happens. I think we just need to see a good performance in it, and it might change our mind. Interesting there from Henrik just in the chat as well.
I just saw that. And Dave, take this comment from Henrik, and then I'm going to do something might go wrong with the stream because I'm just going to turn off the Wi-Fi and go for more of a hardwired connection just in case. But if that messes everything up, you can blame me. Don't blame Dave. You can blame me for this one.
We will be back.
Experimentation. We will be back. But I'm just going to test something out here just to make things maybe a tad bit easier on sort of the internet here. But take Henrik's comment, and hopefully it all goes smoothly.
Henrik, first of all, I don't doubt you. I mean, Henrik Larsson, Henrik, it's a great Swedish name, first of all. But he says, inside information from the Bergvall family, Lucas' younger sibling, Rasmus Bergvall, is set to trial with the Spurs Academy. Well, that would be very interesting indeed. I know Spurs have been linked with Archie Gray's younger brother in the Leeds Academy, also looking at him. You know, it's like we're trying to fill the team full of Nevilles or something like that. But look, if he's talented, you know, and if he's anywhere near as talented as his brother, why not bring him into the academy and give him his opportunity? And I think as well, you know, I wonder, was it part of the deal, you know, because they're going to want the younger brother to be in an academy to learn the route. And was it a part of the deal with him come to Tottenham Hotspur? Let's wait and see. But I think it'd be good to get the whole family over there to support the two boys' journey at Tottenham Hotspur to a degree. You know, and having these family around Bergvall will only help him, especially at this young age, especially in London. But yeah, I'd love to know where you got the information, my man. Yeah, I mean, look, if people want to get in contact and you want them to, you know, get in contact, feel free to tell them, you know, get in contact with the Twitter. But big up Henrik. If that's true, that's amazing news. Double the Bergvall. I mean, look, I'm not a lot of teams will be able to handle that. B&B.
Can't have too much Bergvall, I guess. You can't have too much of it. Get it through the academy. Wonder if even there's some leftover Grays or something in the family that we can also bring through to the Spurs Academy. You never know. There might be a young Gray talent that we can bring through. Romero and the Ferencvaros goalkeeper exchanging the badges as well. Nice to see. Also, just Romero, right? After his first opportunity, maybe not his first, but one of his few opportunities as the captain, right? Led us to a great win over Manchester United in the 3-0. And I think giving Romero this sense of responsibility could really go a long way for us. The way they have gone for the lineup, though, at least, you know, according to, you know, the stream that we're watching here, they've gone for Gray as the other center back and then Davies at left back. I'm not too sure if that's going to be the case. I could be wrong. Maybe Davies will be playing left back and Ange doesn't want to push Gray to another unfamiliar position. But I'm wondering if Gray will be the left back. That will be something to look out for today, whether Davies is going to play left back or is going to play as a left-sided center back.
Big up Brett and Lee, by the way. Good to see you coming in the chat, Mark, as well, Stevie Fraser. Be interesting to see, Jack. I think, you know, part of the plan would probably be, I think Archie Gray will be centre back. I think with a view of getting Dorrington on in there and in that position at some point. Or maybe Romero coming off for Dorrington. But I do think it doesn't make sense to push Archie Gray out to left back, to be honest, because I think he'll be a trigger point for that press out there, constantly looking to come back in on his right foot. I think that'll be the trigger from the FERENCVAROS manager. Trigger that you will get joy out of it at some point. So I think it will be at centre back. He played centre back pre-season, if I'm correct as well, didn't he, for a couple of games? So yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see him play centre back tonight. Look, could surprise us, could go out to left back. Let's wait and see what happens. But it's a very rainy night here. Ball's going to be sliding all over the place. I would say to players, don't be afraid to shoot low and you use the turf, you know, the slippery turf there to your advantage. It's going to be a nice, quick game here, I feel.
Yeah, you hope it should be a quick game. But
so far, it does look like it is Archie Gray at centre back with Davies at left back, though.
Some people did reference that maybe it could have been like a heavier pitch because of the fact that it's rained so much as well, and maybe it's not the best of groundskeeping as you might get, you know, for the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But you'd expect that, you know, like a team in Budapest, you know, especially a team that's supposed to be the most winning team in Budapest, you would think that they would have, you know, a better conditioned pitch than maybe other teams in Eastern Europe.
I think them heavy pitches are a thing of the past, Jack. You know, when they didn't have the underground heat in the underground drainage systems and stuff like that, you know, when the water's allowed to stick on the pitch, that's where it becomes heavy. That's where it becomes a slow game. But most pitches around the world now, especially at this level, all have underground heating, all have underground drainage and stuff. So the rain, in effect, is just sort of coming through it and, you know, being washed out somewhere. So, you know, I think that's a thing of the past. And if, you know, if that's the case, then it's just you've got your sort of surface level wetness and the ball's just going to skid off that. If anyone takes a low shot, that's just going to career towards goals.
And it looks like it says we're 2 minutes in already. I'm not sure. Is that correct? We're already 2 minutes in?
I can't be. Surely not.
That must be a mistake on the clock.
Definitely not 2 minutes in for sure. Maybe refreshing it and have a look, Jack. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe so, I guess.
Oh, Romero just missing that, was it? Yeah. All the way back to the carry-on, though. Let's see what we can do.
You're going to stop the clock and just get it situated with what we're seeing. We're about to be on 3 minutes in case you guys are.
We'll just go with that. There. Just go with that. Just go what the clock says. Maybe they've skipped half of it.
I tried to refresh and make sure, but, you know, pulling off some howlers here.
Romero. Good ball in the middle to Porro. Oh, it's in the end, Mikey Moore comes and retrieves it on that right-hand side. Looks to cut inside. A couple of nice touches into Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro back out to Mikey Moore. He's a bit of space here. What's he going to do? Feeds a lovely ball down the line to Papa Matasar, who picks it up. Gives it back to Mikey Moore. Getting a few early touches in here. Filling himself with confidence. Back to Pedro Porro. On to Rombom. Tottenham just starting to assert a bit of dominance here in terms of in possession. Basuma.
And also, if you can, for us, everybody, over 300 in the house. If you can like the stream as well, that would be a massive service to us. I think only 70 likes I'm seeing, despite being over 300 in the house.
FERENCVAROS are in here. It's danger. Can Archie Gray get back? He does. He shows him in onside. He gets a shot off. Right. Good recovery pace from Archie Gray. It looked like the guy had him there for a moment. But big up everybody for tuning in. Like Jack says, please smash that like button. You wouldn't walk into your parents' house without wiping your feet on the mat, guys. So please, if you can, smash that like button. That poor touch allowed Archie Gray to get back there.
That was an odd finish as well from the player. Tried to chip Vicario. The disrespect. Trying to chip Vicario, the most athletic goalkeeper maybe Spurs have had in a long time, and he tried to chip him.
Guy's playing in Hungary. I don't think he has that sort of capability.
Good feet from, I think that was Bergvall there. Very nice. Romero with an interesting
lazy ball.
He's trying to pick out a pass in behind. I believe that was for Ben Davies.
Let's get hunting now. That's it, Bergvall. No foul.
No foul. No need to foul.
That's it, Lancashire.
Good pressure.
Keep going now.
Lancashire is going to be channeling his inner Solanke tonight with the pressing.
Oh, I hope so. There we go. Tottenham trying to get the press on nice and high. Mikey Moore and Porro doing this coordinately.
Basuma trying to track back there. Ben Davies has got to be a bit more alert. Win this, Sar.
Well done,
good strength.
Oh, he's
unlucky.
Possessed.
Pedro, good job, Pedro.
Ball's just bouncing around the opening 5 minutes. I'd like to see a bit more control by Tottenham. The kit choice is odd considering they're wearing green stripes, like you said.
We need to get a good press on. We need to show some energy levels in these opening minutes. Intimidate them with the press. Make life difficult for them. You don't want it to make it feel like this press is easy to play through.
That's it, sir. That's it. You got them in trouble now. Oh, why are you allowing them to turn there? It's another long ball over the top. Can Pedro Porro get there?
Well done, Pei.
Good defending.
Porrito.
Well
good
done,
touch from Basuma.
Do you know what I love about that? Porro was in no doubt that he was going to come away with that either. That's poor, though.
Team up Werner and Basuma not on the same page. Good tackle, though, from Basuma. Good clearance from Archie Gray. At the moment, Davies is playing more as a left back.
Archie Gray is playing centre back with Davies at left back.
Tackle from Basuma.
Big up Spurs GCTV. Good to see you in, along with Jeff Brown, PH family as well. King Hoddle, Ugly Fish, Michael W, Echo Man. Great to see you all. It's a free ref. We just need to settle here now for the next 5 minutes. He's giving it the other way. What a joke. FERENCVAROS put some early pressure here. Chance to get the ball into the box.
Someone's saying one of these guys looks like Firmino. Is that the one?
Yeah, him. He does a bit. It's going to be an outswinger in towards our box. It's a free header at the back post.
No
it's
one
all
there.
Right, Bergvall there. Well done. Just hooks it clear. Win that. Well done, Bergvall. Just poor touch.
Well done.
Great challenge.
Sar. No one there.
He ran into trouble there. Well done, Bergvall.
Yeah, he did. Switch of play over. Porro's now on the other side.
You can't let him shoot, Porro. He lets him shoot.
Well done, Vic.
Straight into Vicario's arms. Nice and easy. He's looking for the quick break here, though.
Again, the disrespect to think you can score from Vic from out there. Mikey Moore, lovely.
Mikey Moore. Oh, skins
lovely
two.
from Moore. Find
skins
the pass.
three. Skins four. That's a fucking foul, ref. We'll have that. There's about 10 boots flying in there. That's brilliant from young Mikey Moore. Takes out 4 players there in one run.
What a kid. Disrespect to think he could score from
yeah. What a run by Mikey Moore. Lighting it up there already.
Good strength as well from the kid. Took probably 3 or 4 challenges on.
I mean,
Romero out wide to the Mikester. Lovely pass down the line to Sar. He's got so much quality on the ball, Mikey.
Porro whips it in.
Pedro.
Good post.
Oh, Langshire, nearly
Langshire's so
there.
close to getting on the end of that with his boot, I think.
Timo Weenie. Into Basuma.
Open up. You've got Porro in there.
Yeah, find
Back to
Pedro in
Gray.
the midfield if you can.
Out to Romius. Out to
Out
Mikey
wide to
Moore.
Mikey, who's dropped deep here.
Cutting inside. Into
Pedro,
Porro.
good
Oh,
turn,
great turn.
Pedro.
Sar picks it
Sar.
up now out wide. Cutting inside. FERENCVAROS just sticking all 11 men behind the ball, making it very difficult to break down. That's a great ball into Mikey Moore.
From Romero.
Oh.
He did
Tries
have a
to
good
cut
first
inside.
touch. It was just a second touch let him down there. Well done.
Oh, Sar, why did you do that?
Down the no, it's
Oh,
okay.
Mikey
They
Moore.
let us away with it.
Picking it up.
Mikey,
Puts it
no
across.
one
No one made
there.
the run. Between Lancashire and Vernon, both of them dropped short to receive the ball rather than go
Someone's
back
got to make
post.
that run. That's the right pass from Mikey Moore. Someone has to make that run there. Well
It's a
done,
great ball.
Basuma. Get stuck in, son. There you go,
Well
kid.
done. Get up. Get up, you pussy. Well, Basuma.
Romero. Pedro Porrito with a
Goes for the
decent
switch of play
ball.
over the top
Can
to Will.
Lancashire win this? Yes, he
Oh,
does.
well held up. Oh.
Almost bounced his way. Oh, great
So close.
interception. Poor
Bergvall.
pass out from the back from FERENCVAROS.
Now we're starting to get a bit of joy. It's only a matter of time. Sar.
Good pressure from Spurs there.
Good ball to
Bergvall, time
Bergvall.
and space.
Out to Werner. Get the ball in. Will wants it.
Timo.
Skins his
Little
man.
left foot poke.
Gets it in.
Ah!
Oh, Lancashire.
Great cross for Lancashire. Nearly scored there.
Oh.
Should
Diving
he
header
have
gets
scored
on
is
the
the
end of it, just
question.
ends it over.
Should he have scored is the question. It looked like a decent cross.
He should have. You got to score that. It's a great ball. It's a great ball. He skins his man. Oh, he's got to score.
Dragged down by the defender, Lancashire. He's sort of falling over as he gets it.
Oh,
Does
he's
he
in
make
front of his
contact
man.
with it with his head or
Yeah.
with his shoulder?
His head.
No, with his
Oh,
shoulder.
shoulder.
It looks like he misses it. Oh, poor
Oh,
guy.
it's a great opportunity for him. Unlucky.
The
That's better.
Lancashire.
At least we're creating, though. Let's go.
Interesting
Archie.
that we have two strikers with the Lank in their names, Lancashire and Solanke. Timo Weenie down the line to Ben Davies, who finds
Good ball
Timo.
back to Werner. Werner puts it back.
Wrong option, Timo. But Bergvall's got to make that run as well. That was probably an available pass, just he didn't make the run.
Unlucky
Given
Archie
away by
Gray.
Archie.
Oh, he slips. Basuma, go on, kid. Go on, give it to Sar. Get turned. Ah, come on. That's poor from Sar.
Oh,
Well
good
done.
tackle. We are winning the
Mikey
ball
Moore.
easily off of these guys.
Got Porro on the overlap. Uses him. Porro fakes the cross. Back to
Basuma.
Basuma. Go on, have one.
Oh,
Good ball,
Sar,
Sar.
he's got
Have it.
chance here. Sar!
Ah! That's
Oh!
blocked. Good save. Doesn't fall to Will Lancashire on the rushing in there. Basuma. Oh, no. Oh, that's a free. Yes, thank God. Why didn't he
No
play advantage?
I love this referee so far. He's been great.
So far, not too bad from Tottenham. Not too shabby at all. Creating chances inside the opening minutes here. Great little dummy by Sar. Straight at the goalkeeper, unfortunately, with the effort.
What surprised me too is actually we've won the ball back pretty easily off of them just with our own strength.
Yeah.
You know, we're like Sar a couple of times has just absolutely bodied some of these players.
Yeah.
Like no problem. And even too, Mikey Moore, you know, showing some strength so far. So that's what's been nice is this team doesn't even. It's hard to tell though. Maybe it's too early, but they don't really feel like they're gonna win on physicality or anything
No.
like that against us.
As long as we keep this work rate up, willing to outrun them and work harder for the ball, we should win this game.
Because they had some sloppy passes out from the back as well, FERENCVAROS. They gave it away a couple of times in bad areas.
But that's the thing. They're nervous. They don't really want to be playing with it there if they can avoid it. Just keep getting the pressure on, although that's a good spell of passing out from the back from them. Well done, Davies. Good pressure.
Lancashire closing down the angle, forced to go over the top. They don't want it though either. It seems like they don't want to actually go in behind.
I love that from Romero. He was already turned in behind, anticipating it just in case.
Romero
Good
into
ball into
Basuma.
Basuma. They're the passes.
Poro,
Oh,
great pass out
ball
to
by
Archie
Poro
Gray,
Davies.
completely
Archie Gray.
taking these guys out of position.
Move it
Gray.
quicker now. Good ball to Werner.
Cut inside Timo.
Bergvall. Back to Gray.
Gray,
Oh,
don't
Gray.
get caught out.
Especially playing on that side. You can't afford to have them touches when you're playing on the opposite side as your strong foot. Oh,
Suma,
good play.
Lancashire, good hold-up play. Romero, ball over the top. A little
Oh,
too
just
much for
over
Mikey
it.
Moore.
Jesus, Buchanan down there. Look at Ange, big trench coat on him. Jedinak in the background, Mason.
Lazy 8-2 saying, I like this ref.
He's let a lot go, to be fair. I don't mind that. Win that. Well done, Romulus.
Maybe he's got an evening in Budapest planned.
Maybe. Nice
Doesn't want to
cheap
stay
evening
too
over
long.
there. Although Croatia's not the most expensive country either. It's where the ref is from. Have they given a free kick? Oh, my lord. I guess you're not allowed to go and challenge for headers anymore.
Good to see John Tucker as well. Hope you're all right, John.
Big up, Mr. Tucker. Big up the Tuck Shop. Good to see you.
Solanke called up to the England squad. FERENCVAROS playing out from the back here. Good pressure from Spurs. Team are well done from Pedro.
See, get after them now with some intensity, some hunger. Force them long, Lancashire. Do not allow them to play out from there. Well done.
Good strength.
Back your keeper, Archie. Well
Good
done.
passing out. See Basuma. No risks taken from Vicario.
Now Rumbum. Back to Gray. Can we just try and feed the ball through the lines like we've done for our last couple of opportunities? That's the key here.
They really are putting pressure on Romero, giving maybe Archie Gray more time.
Yeah. Well, I think
Archie
it's
Gray,
right.
good ball, though.
Great ball. Oh, great
touch,
take from
you know.
Werner. Great
Take him
fucking
on,
take.
son. There you go. He
Oh,
has a
go wrong
shot, not the
option.
right option.
See, that's the thing. He does some great stuff and then he lets himself down.
It's a great ball out from
It's a
Archie
great
Gray.
take, great control. Most people wouldn't take that down.
They go long again here, though.
And the second runner off
They
him.
do hold it up. They play us in behind here. One-on-one with Basuma. Out wide to one of their wingers here.
Oh,
Put
it's
in a
clipped in
decent
towards the
cross.
back. Oh, it's
we're
1-0
1-0
French
down
Barros.
already.
I don't believe it.
Pretty much their first chance. Pretty much their only
offside.
chance. Is it offside?
I think it might be offside. But who let that runner go? That's nowhere near good
It was
enough.
at the back post. It looked like it was Ben Davies. Nowhere to be found.
Let's have a look. Someone didn't track back. Hopefully he's off. First of all, Basuma has to get tighter. Not allow him to have that room to pass it out there.
Ooh, he looks on.
He's on. Ben Davies lost him. He's way on. That's going to be given.
Yeah,
1-0 to FERENCVAROS. That's not what we need. This game is going to become harder now.
Was that Ben Davies as well at the back post that lost
Yeah.
him? Yeah, just no one to be seen at that back post.
No, it's not good enough. You got to be tracking them runs.
Yeah, this is what I said, though. I'm more concerned about Ben Davies as a left back than as a left-sided center back. Wasn't ideal, though. We don't really have great options, but maybe
I don't understand why it's taking so long.
Back.
He's on. Yeah, even the man just pointing at Ben Davies laughing. He's like, he kept him on. I don't think it was Davies that kept him on. I actually think it was Porro on the other side. I think the line was a bit disjointed.
Yeah, well, the line was held on by Porro and I think Romero there.
Yeah.
The ones that kept him on, but whoever it was at the back post there, nowhere to be found.
I'd be shocked if this is not given.
Just when we give Ben Davies a bit of credit.
Varga, that's one the names Drusilla mentioned.
It's given offside.
What?
Holy shit. What's happened here?
Guys, can someone explain how that's offside?
I'm confused here. Who have we paid off in Budapest? Because Daniel Levy, thank you so much.
Oh, here we go. Timo Werner.
Interference. The guy who there might have been some interference. Oh, Lancashire.
This would be the right time to go and score now.
We got away with one big time there.
Interference for
their
what?
only
Did
chance
someone
as
block
well.
off
That was
Davies?
their first chance of the game, practically.
So did someone block off Ben Davies then from going with the runner?
Not interference, maybe meaning that someone ended up being at the end of the cross that was offside.
Oh,
If you know what I mean. Like maybe the guy, there was that guy who was following it, all the way
Oh,
in.
the guy with the carry-on. Yeah. Running
Maybe
in,
he was offside.
in the goalkeeper's eye line. Distracting him, maybe.
They're saying Adama Traore interfered.
Okay, fair enough. I understand it now.
I love this ref, Dave. We'll say it again.
Yeah, look, he's welcome.
Great job from
welcome
the referee so far.
He's welcome. Well done, Moore. Go on, Lanks.
Down the line.
Surely that's off.
Yeah, he looked a bit off there.
It's a good punt through.
Looked like a handball.
Holds him up.
Back post again. Davies, man!
Again.
Davies.
Jesus Christ. Oh, no.
What a save
now
from
it is.
Vicario.
What a save. Now Davies clears it.
What a save from Vic.
Holy my Lord. Ben Davies needs to wake the fuck up at that back post. He's just nearly been caught out with a goal and nearly allows it straight away again. Where's the mentality?
These crosses are, he looked off there. I think he might have been. They did look off initially from the initial play. They did look offside. But Ben Davies sleeping at the back post again. He has no idea he's even there, and he's not even jumped for it.
It's embarrassing at the back post. What a save there from Vicario, that is.
Vicario is so cracked.
Do you know what annoys me? How can you be doing once and then nearly cost us, got away with it, and then nearly cost us the exact same movement yet again? And they're going to keep doing that, by the way, putting them in towards the back post with running off Ben Davies. He needs to fucking wake up sharpish.
That's what's funny about that save from Vicario, though, is that since it was offside and there wasn't really anything in it, it probably won't ever get in a compilation reel. But that was an absurd save from Vicario.
Yeah.
Oh, great tackle off the ball there.
Fuck off.
Pedro Porro killing somebody off of the ball, not letting him run him behind. Well, Spurs had started strong. I felt like we looked like the better team in the first 10 minutes, and then FERENCVAROS have been all over us in the last 10.
We've lost our way in the game a little here.
Yeah, we lost a bit of control.
We need to get on the ball and start sipping it around with a bit of purpose here. Just watch the back post. If I see this going back post again.
Good header that time from Romero.
Fine, man. You got Werner now. Play him.
Oh, he gets picked. He gets
dispossessed.
Good block from Davies. Come on, Timo. There you go. Good header. Great job, Lancashire. Great ball out to Mikey Moore. Can you find Timo in behind?
Come on, Moore.
Timo, make the right run, man.
Go on.
Oh,
go on, Moore. Ref, that's a yellow card. That's
swing and a
cynical.
miss on Mikey. There you go, referee. Just as you asked, Dave. Yellow card is shown.
Yeah, he won't be doing that one again. Run at him again.
This referee has been like a great waiter or something for us, like a great server.
It's like he's come from the David Harris School of Refereeing. Brilliant. That's assault. That's a rugby challenge.
You ask and we shall receive with this referee.
That's what we like.
Oh, can we get a redo on that goal? Can we take that one back? He says, no problem. Offsides it is.
Be nice to get these down to 10 men.
Yeah, Dave's put in another request for the referee. Maybe he'll take care of that for us.
That'd be nice. Before halftime.
Basuma. Good hold that play of Bergvall.
He's on him like a rash every time he touches the ball.
Yeah, it feels like certain players, they're very keen on trying to get pressure on. Good pass from
good ball out
and
to Mike
Romero.
Moore. These are the opportunities we have to take. Be dangerous.
Yes,
Well
Basuma. No one really there for him, but he also kind of got his back turned too quickly. Oh, Romero. Oh, jeez. That's just class.
Move off him, Gray.
Yeah, he's getting too close to him. Pedro Porro here. Romero. Out wide to Mikey Moore.
Go at Honda Civic. He doesn't want
it. He's still going.
Oh, that's great play. Oh, good. This guy's going.
Lancashire.
Oh, what it is. Yes, come on.
Come on. It's the mentality.
He's our star.
Once again, scoring in the Europa League.
Come on.
The Europa League top goal scorer so far for Spurs. Pop Star. He's leading the league now. Good man.
He loves this competition. The Sar boy. Absolutely love it. What a finish. Bundling everybody over in the box there. Great play by Mikey Moore. Will Lancashire, and then Sar just continuing on the run, making a nuisance of himself and buries it. Come on. They're having a nightmare with whoever's streaming this. They put 0 goals in one game. Absolute nightmare. It's 2-2. It's great play by Mikey Moore. Industrious. Look at that. Cuts inside. Great chip ball to Will Lancashire. Gets a bit fortunate, but that's the fortune you get if you play like that. The ball falls to Papa Matsar. The defender doesn't know where it is. It's absolutely great play by Mikey Moore and Will Lancashire making a nuisance of themselves. Bergval as well. Absolutely
Good
brilliant from the
strength
three
from
youngsters.
Bergval.
And then Papa Matsar, great composure. He could have easily banged that first time. One touch, creates the shooting opportunity and buries it. Come on, that's what we needed.
Love that from Sar. Absolutely love that. The mentality monster. Great strength from Bergval.
I love that from Mikey Moore. Just the directness of it, the cheekiness of it, that reverse pass. It created that havoc. It's great from the winger.
Good. And who doesn't love a scrappy goal like that one, you know, to get things started, just to ease the concerns, just to ease
Here we go.
the tension.
Mikey Moore
Mikey
again.
Moore picks the
Get your head up.
player.
Oh, forced the
Good
corner.
idea
He's
from
having
Mikey.
it. He's feeling it now, Mikey. And Will Lancshire's appreciating that one.
He's looked sharp. He's looked good.
He's our star boy.
Good to see you in the chat as well, Jerome. Hopefully you're keeping well, my friend.
Big up, Jerome. Mikey Moore now taking the game to Hungary, the whole nation.
Mikey's hungry.
Who's going to take this? Is it Bergval and an outswinger?
Pedro.
It is. Ooh. Bangs it.
Mikey Moore goes for a first time.
Oh,
did he have another?
Oh, him and Lancashire winding up. None of them really wanted to hit that. They both wanted to leave it for each other. FERENCVAROS are out here, though, getting a run at Archie Gray. If I'm him, that's the one I'm going at. Well done, Archie Gray. Well done. That's fucking great defending. Sticks
well done,
with him.
Boys. Great team effort there. Really good teamwork for each other.
Bergval, good ball to Davies. Move it, Davies. Move that ass. Well done. Good ball to Werner. Let's go, Teeny. They don't want it, Timo. Come on, Werner to Werner.
Timo Weenie.
Oh, good ball. Lancashire. Lays it off. Oh. We're absolutely balling now. We are balling now.
All the goals.
This football is way too exciting, way too energetic. I can't take this. I'm going to have to get Conte back. What a ball by Werner. Into Will Lancashire. Well held off. Lays it off. Oh.
Good idea from Sar. Went for the banger.
Come on, get the pressure on them. These are shit.
Michael W. saying, thank you to Sar. Gray and Davies should be the first to be thanking him. That's a good point.
Wow, well done.
How is he still coming out with it?
Someone take the ball off him. He's not a tank.
Someone clatter him. Yeah, geez. It's getting unlucky. But yeah, they should be thanking Pop Matasar for scoring that goal. A little bit against the run of play.
Bergval, get your head up. Leaves it to Mikey Moore. The kid wants it. He's got Bergval on the overlap. He goes on the outside. Skins him. Gets the ball across. Oh, no, Werner there.
That's the thing. Mikey Moore, though, every time he's received possession, he has caused something. He's making
that guy can't tackle him. He's on a yellow.
He's making something happen as well.
He's on a yellow. That's why he couldn't tackle him. That's why he allowed him to cut inside for the goal. And, you know, that's why Mikey Moore can take them on now. They can't tackle him.
And then Lazy 8 saying there's a Sar boy waiting on the bench. He's mustard and we know it. Just put him in and be a mensch.
Big up, Nick. Absolutely love that. Oh, come on. Corner kick to Tottenham Hotspur. Come on. Will Lancashire territory. Rum bomb.
Bergval, good ball. He has good set pieces, Bergval. He puts a lot of bend on them.
That side. When he's swinging them in, he's got a good set piece.
Yeah, he's got a lot of dip on it. Pop Matasar here.
Delivery,
Star boy. Oh, he gets picked.
Oh, no. It's just Archie Gray back there.
Commentators curse.
Well
done, Gray.
Well done, Basuma Gray there.
Some of these bobbles and deflections are way
it's
too
the wet night the ball's going to do that. It's going to slide everywhere, slip off your boots and shit. It's just about taking your opportunities when they come your way.
Basuma finds Lancashire. Good drop in deep from Lancashire as well. Just find your man. Find your Mikey. He's coming inside once again. Mikey Moore. Great touch.
Oh, takes too much out of it there. Porro well held up. Don't foul now. Do not foul. Well done. Let's go, Werner. Now your turn. Way straight back to us.
Gray, someone pick this up. Get turned.
Their midfielders are tired now. They can't even.
Yeah, they already look tired, FERENCVAROS.
Stuck in quicksand.
Oh,
great ball by Mikey Moore.
Did he mega her as well? Have mercy.
Stay on sidelines.
Mikey, have mercy.
He is dominating this now. He's starting to go into it. They're all giving him the ball. He wants it. Give it to him. Bergval.
Yeah, they look a little out of sorts now, FERENCVAROS. They look like they're struggling to move around to actually keep up with some of this passing.
Just got to keep trying to feed it through the lines. Their midfield is wanked.
Yeah, it just looks very stocky, the midfield. Like, they don't look like they have a lot of movement about them or a lot of athleticism in there.
Werner. Just give it to Bergvall. Oh, good ball around the corner to Sarr. No, not the return pass, Sarr. Hold on to it. Well done, Bergvall. Jesus Christ, ref, we'll have a yellow there. That's an elbow.
He looks rattled here, referee. He looks a little rattled.
That's an elbow. Firmino doesn't want it. Big up, Drew's in it. Told you if we get 250,
that's the
300
Timu
passes,
Firmino.
they'll be gassed. Spot on.
That's the that's your wish to Firmino. Clear it,
no.
Gray.
Oh, well done, Davies.
Why is he letting that go? Good pressure from Sarr.
He's dying to give away a free kick. Win that. Well done.
FERENCVAROS. Oh, poor passing out there.
Timo,
sir.
That's fucking obstruction. I mean, Jesus Christ. If a truck... Oh, he's not... Oh, my Lord. Jack, he's literally held him back. He's literally grappled him for a hook. It's embarrassing from the ref.
Drewzilla is saying, I told you guys if we start getting to about 200, 300 passes, they're going to start getting gassed. I think that's what we need to do. We just need to try to retain possession as much as we can, force them to work, force them to come out and try to win the ball back and just tire them.
Even in possession, they look fucked. You know, it's all very static. If we can just show a bit of hunger and go at them, you know, we'll get a very quick second here if we want it. This guy's throwing elbows everywhere. Someone get retribution. It's a good ball, though. Davey stays switched on for that one. It's gone out to the far side.
It's been the danger of some of these crosses.
They're going to target their running off Davies most of this game, I feel. Get out there,
Out
Davies.
wide.
What are you allowing him to cross it, man?
Cario wants to get rid of it quickly, but no one there to show for it.
I was just hoping he wasn't going to punt that into the middle there. They were ready for the press. It's a good ball.
Pedro Porro in behind for Lancashire. Just way too much heat on it.
Skids off the service as well. As soon as it bounces, just got skid like that.
And it's Postecoglou maybe not liking the weather in Budapest.
Nick from Vence is not impressed by the opposition so far. No, not at all. You know, this game is there for us to be able to go and get a second or a third if we really want it.
I mean, we could be totally eating our words here, but I actually have a feeling that they could be even worse than Qarabag.
Yeah, they should be.
Because Qarabag, at least, like I said, they went decently far into the Europa League last year, whereas Ferencvaros in the last 4 or 5 years, whenever I've watched them in the Conference League or the Europa League, they have not been that impressive.
Look, this is like a Lask level opponent,
Even Lask Linz might be better than this side. You never know, but when they got Poundland Firmino, Timo Firmino. Timu Firmino.
Mikey Moore.
He just has that. He just oozes class, Mikey Moore.
He's just so confident in possession. He doesn't panic, He's never panicked in possession. I love that. Give it to Mikey Moore. He wants it. He's gone inside. Now Bergvall. Good ball. Well done, Lucas. Great play. Just move it swiftly out to the left. Let's go. Bissouma. Sarr. Werner. Looking for movement. Gets it from Bergvall. Lancashire looks like he's starting to become a little bit frustrated out there. He's not getting the balls when he's making runs. Keep the patience, kid. Out to Mikey Moore. Now's your time to deliver it. Will Lancashire back post.
See Lancashire. Get in a good cross. Oh, Pedro, I'll see you later.
Oh.
You're right, though. Lancashire, he's showing for that ball in behind. He wants that whipped in cross to see if he can get onto the end of it.
And by the time they go to play, he's offside and has to check his run again. That's very frustrating as a striker.
Oh, that hesitation for Pedro Porro.
That's a corner. Thank you.
That hesitation absolutely sold that guy. He's still looking for Pedro.
Werner on corner kicks. I'm not sure about this.
Seems a bit odd. Looks like we're going for it short. To Pedro. Clip to the back post. Romero wins it.
Oh, Lancashire. Oh, Davies. Well done, Porro. That's a penalty. Oh,
maybe he's...
Oh! That's off the post. Lancashire driving in at it. Mikey Moore has one. Come on, call it back for the penalty.
It looks like Pedro maybe thought he dived, so he might have picked himself up because maybe it wasn't a penalty.
Was that Will
Being
Lancashire
too
barreling in at the back post, looking to get on the end there? Was that Davies again?
Is Davies there for that initial one?
Lancashire, this one off the post, so unlucky.
He megged him there.
Look how
Oh my
hungry he
God,
is.
that would have been a
He's so
ridiculous goal for Pedro Porro. That would have been a ridiculous goal.
Oh, they're looking for the penalty.
He megged him as well, Pedro Porro, on that touch.
They're looking for the penalty. Here's their check. I think there is.
Pedro Porro is being honest there, I think. So
Check
they're just
over.
going to wave it off.
Oh,
Referee straight on it.
potential penalty check.
Looks like they've already checked it, though.
Well, then whoever's on this camera is doing
Yeah,
it.
they're having the graphics team is having a howler tonight.
Bergval.
Floated ball to the back post.
Not the best.
Mikey,
Mike
what a
Moore, great goal.
touch.
Pedro Porro tries to play it around the corner to him.
Someone win this.
Bissouma.
Bissouma. And no, Romero.
Oh, we're going Romero.
No,
Lancashire.
no,
Oh,
Lancashire.
keeper. Just gets
Romero,
there
that's
before him.
penalty, surely.
No, it's a free out, is it?
Given a foul. Romero apparently was the one that gave away a foul.
Lancashire is trying his best to bundle that ball over the line. It's just not falling for him. The poor kid.
What's Romero done?
He's done that, and that's not a free out.
How have they given a free out to them?
Great dive from Porro.
Ooh, I mean, he could have Pedro if he was less honest.
I'm not sure there's enough contact there. It looked like it at the time, though. Poor Lancashire, Jack. He's fine. Oh, well done, Porro. He's scrapping for everything. He's just not falling. He's great layoff, though. Porro.
Oh, good idea for Sar.
Well done, Sar. Keep that. Well done. Well done. It's a fucking brilliant play from the kid. Surely that's a throw-in. Yeah. That's it. Just keep them pending. Let's go and get the second before half-time, Tottenham. The opportunities are there. They're starting to come now. Bit more frequent.
They're still looking back at that. I must be convinced it was. What a finish that would have been.
Oh, Lancashire's so close to getting a toe on the end. Great play by Porro there. Bissouma. Porro. Good ball back to Bissouma. Bissouma into Bergval. Back to Porro. It's lovely first time passing. Romero into Bergval again. Out to Porro. Trying to suck them in. Onto Romero.
Well done, boys. Good composure.
Just trying to suck them out of their shape right now. Drag them forward and play through them.
Well done,
Bissouma,
Gray.
great
Well done,
ball.
Bissouma.
It's a great ball by Bissouma.
And
Davies.
Davies
What?
forcing it there too much, maybe. Just need to keep possession there, I think.
Just needs to go forward with it. Run the breakaway. Sit more. Get after him.
That guy with binoculars is looking for the Pop Matasar star. Romero,
Well
what a
done,
header.
Romero.
What a header.
Bissouma.
Or Sar. Good feet
great
from
football.
Sar boy. He's still picking himself up after that, the Hungarian player. Absolutely roughed up. I remember him, actually. That's right. I do remember him. He's from the Euros Hungarian squad, that guy Varga.
Yeah, he is actually. Played against Ireland as well recently. Romero.
Berbatov's halftime smoke saying looks like they have a few bird watchers to watch the game.
Looks like it. Oh, Porro, poor. Poor from Porro. Oh, 37 minutes in, 1-0 to the good. By no means the game's over, but, you know, youngsters are looking good enough so far.
Good to see you, Andrew. Hopefully everything's okay.
Big up, Andy. Big up everybody joining us, by the way. Really appreciate all the support and tuning in to us.
Falling behind.
Falling behind. Bissouma won't like that slap in the face. Oh, falls to him.
Ooh.
Way. Someone get the guy with the binoculars, see if he can track that shot.
Looks like it was onside there.
So arm across Bissouma, he won't like that. He's
Yeah,
gonna
that
get
guy.
it.
The guy's a little
At some point.
petulant. At number 11, the Timo
Yeah.
Firmino.
Keeps using that arms. Them elbows are his. Someone's going to drop him shortly. Just going to see him fall to the ground like a sack of shit.
Yeah,
now,
I dare him to try that to Romero. See what happens.
Romero's waiting, Jack. He's just waiting
Romero's-
for him to come down his side.
Romero's ready to break his arm when he tries that.
Good pressure. Unlucky. Come on, Vernon, get back. Why are you stopping,
Good
man?
tackle,
Well
Ben
done,
Davies.
Great tackle from Ben
Ray
Davies. He's left
over the
nice
top.
there.
It's
Great
in
ball.
behind for
Can he get there?
Lancashire.
Goalkeeper on the edge of his box.
Good
anticipating
idea
it,
from
gets
Archie
cleared.
Gray. Almost a perfect ball.
Good run from Lancashire squad, just showing that them options are on all the time.
Yeah, good ball in behind. Good
Great
run.
ball by Gray. Great bloody ball. Perfect.
You're right though. Good run from Lancashire. Archie Gray to Romero.
Out to Porro.
Pedro showing him where to run.
Good
Get there,
ball.
Bergvall.
Come on, Bergvall. Well, just doesn't have the pace to get there. That's it. Pressure him. Make him go backwards. No foul. No foul.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
Thank you. Good
That's
job,
ours.
Lucas. Sir,
Ref, can we have the
can we
ball,
have the
please?
ball back, please? Can we give him a yellow for that?
That's it, Mikey Moore. He wants it. Straight to Bergvall.
A turn, Bergvall. There you go, kid. Mikey.
They can't get close to him at all. Oh, that's poor. Well done, Basuma. Porro. Oh, no.
Get there, Pedro.
Good
Great
tackle, well
interception in midfield from Pedro, taking advantage of that mistake. Poor ball
Great
from
switch of play
FERENCVAROS.
out to Werner.
And it's out wide to Timo, who recovers
Davies
it.
has it.
Ben Davies also
One of
gets
yous.
picked.
Fuck
Both
me,
of them
just
can't
do it.
hold on to it. Well done, Sar.
Wow,
what a
what a
tackle from
challenge.
Padmata Sar. Great recovery in
Back to Scar,
midfield.
like, go on the
Oh,
run.
sir!
Ref, we'll have another yellow, please. We'll have another yellow, please,
Threw his
ref.
body into him. He just threw his
Oh
whole
my
body
God.
into him. He's not even defending.
He done the same with Werner earlier on, and the referee let him away with it.
This referee,
guess
like you
that's
say, though, he
standard.
is letting them play. Well done,
Oh, well
Romero.
done.
He just threw the T move
Great
Firmino down to the floor,
Getting retribution there.
showing him his level.
Yeah. You won't be throwing any elbows at us. Porro.
Someone's down over on the
Oh,
far left. Is that
Davies.
Sar? Yeah, it's Sar is
What's
down.
Sar? Is it
Took
just
a
a
bad
knock?
hit there. Yeah, he took a bad hit there. It looked like the guy threw his backside into like his stomach there.
Yeah, he's saying it's just a collision.
Might have the wind knocked out of him. It looked like it was one of those challenges where he got the wind kind of knocked out of him.
Yeah.
It was a foul, though. I don't get how it wasn't called one there because it's not like the guy really was defending. Oh, it's a great scrappy goal. Good
Echo
composed
Man says
finish.
Sar on Rambo settings. On Rombom settings, more like.
Yeah. Looks like he's okay, though.
Ribsy says, what are the opposition booing at? We're not time wasting against those chumps. Oh, they're in behind here, though, those chumps. It's pulled back. Oh, it's Vicario.
Catching practice for Vicario.
Oh, slips there on the throw out.
Gets
Here
it
we
to
go. It's
Bergvall.
opened up. Use this
Gotta
space
find
now.
Mikey, man. Get it to him. Pedro Porro here. Spurs kind of just relaxing a bit here.
It's very methodical in possession. Sometimes I like to see them expose them when they're up the field like that. We got the talent.
Archie Gray.
Out to Davies. He's got two players in behind, Sar and Werner.
Well done, Sar.
Sar knocks it down to Werner. That's great play. Good combination. Werner into Basuma, get control of that. Well done. Back to Davies.
There you go, Davies. Into
Porro, get
into
turned.
Porro. Porro out wide to Mikey.
Great ball to Mikey. He can't challenge you, son. Well done. Good ball into Porro. He wants it back.
Okay,
Porro,
sir,
fuck
referee,
you,
can we at least get
Jesus Christ.
referee? They
Back
need to
an elbow,
learn
he's
how to
gotta go.
tackle. He even actually won that, but he decided to throw his elbow and his shoulder into our player's stomach there. I mean, he actually won the ball. He just forgot how to defend.
Surely there's a card there for that.
I mean, look at
Oh,
that
ref.
referee.
Oh,
I mean,
Lord.
Jesus. It's like watching an American try to tackle.
It's like NFL, Jack, for fuck's sake. They're playing, he's playing the wrong
It's
sport.
reminding me of an American. It's like a Yanks
That's what
tackle.
NFL does.
What the Yanks would resort to. It's awful.
Fuck me, in ice hockey, that'd be a legit challenge.
Also, Timo Firmino needs to fuck off here. I mean, geez, get away from Pedro.
He's got too much to say. Just get Romero in his ear. Actually, just get Romero to bite his ear. Suarez.
No card for that. Yeah, shocking.
Absolutely shocking. Wonder will he go for goal or will he try and put it in the box? Pedro Porro's capable of hitting the target from there.
Test the goalkeeper.
Yeah, make sure they're right back on that line. Thank you. Is he really asking the referee, can he put his arm up to block his face? I mean, you get 200k a week. Just go and get a new set of teeth next week, for fuck's sake. Porro. Good ball.
Oh, Davies wins it.
Goal kick. Couldn't get
Might
it
have been
back.
offsides.
Offside, maybe.
At least Davies looked offsides to me.
It's a good delivery, that.
Definitely would have been a corner.
Oh, well cut out. Well done, Porro. Oh,
Great control.
Oh, that's sexy football.
Basuma, good touches. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's so lovely. Oh, fine, Basuma.
Mikey Moore puts it across. Werner just took off his toe. What football that was. That was sexy.
Very, very pretty stuff. I agree, Ribsy. But I felt like he actually had Basuma there. I think it was Pedro. He could have threaded it to Basuma. He had him in behind.
I think Sarr knows it as well. Come on, outswinger here. Who's on this one? Porro. This will find the head. Straight on to Lancashire. Come on. It's an outswinger. Oh, it's clear at the near post. Mikey Moore!
What a hit!
What a hit from about 35 yards out. Straight along the ground. It gathered momentum as it skinned across the ground there.
What you actually want is someone actually gambles, puts a foot on that, maybe misdirects the keeper.
But that's where Solanke scores, isn't it? He loves that.
Get there, Timu.
Oh, go on, Davies. Well done.
There you go. Come on, Timu. You have that, man. You have that. Get there.
He's giving me a headache.
You have all the pace in the world, man. Use it. Two minutes left here.
Win that. Oh, Jesus. You can't be standing there like that, Porro. Just header it back. Oh, no. It's bobbling back to Vicario.
Oh, class. Class from Vicario. All right, just 2 minutes here, boys. Just maybe one last attack if you're up for it, but you can probably see this out.
Nah, let's go at them. Put it in the box. We want Lanks in there. Apollo's heard you, Jack. He's gone backwards. Romulus. Out to Gray. Moves it on out to Sarr. Archie Gray out to Romero. Tottenham trying to just run them ragged here. Porro. Looks into Mikey Moore. Gets turned. Plays it into Lancashire. Back to Pedro Porro. Lancashire probably could have got turned there. Just going to see this out now till halftime. Nick says Andrew's in his funeral gear.
Yeah. Ribsy saying maybe he would prefer we play Mallorca away. Yeah.
What is that from Werner? Holy shit. Like, why?
Romero.
Well done, go on.
Get there,
Stark, be ready.
He's not alert to it.
He's caught flat-footed there.
All over the top.
No.
Way.
Sarr just caught flat-footed there. I think he was expecting Romero to go and bang that. Half-time now, surely. Great,
halftime. For the most part, there was that 10-minute spell there that was a little sketchy, but apart from that, Spurs have played pretty well, I'd say. It's considering there are only so many starters that are actually on the pitch. But quickly, we do have to thank our sponsor for the last month, which has been NordVPN. Dave, NordVPN, the best VPN out there. And everybody, if you are considering, if you would like to be able to watch Spurs on a regular basis without having to worry about paying too much for a certain package or not having to go to any dodgy websites or anything like that, you can use our code FLATCAP, get yourself a 2-year plan and get 4 extra months free with NordVPN. Go to nordvpn.com/FLATCAP and you should be able to get yourself a nice deal, a nice discount there. And we actually are very close to hitting the threshold where it could be turned into more of a longer deal. But of course, if you guys are looking to try to be able to watch games on a regular basis without having to scour the internet, all those dark websites for any sketchy streams. You could grab yourself a VPN, head on over to the USA, head on over to South America, to Australia. You never know. You might find yourself a cheap package and you'd be able to watch every single Spurs game, no 3 p.m. blackouts, be able to watch these crazy games off in Hungary, Europa Conference League games, Europa League games, wherever we might find ourselves on this Spurs planet, because we can end up, plenty of times being in some crazy countries where the streaming is not really totally available to everyone around the world to be able to watch the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. So we encourage that you guys use our code FLATCAP, head on over to nordvpn.com and grab yourself a nice little package and discount there to be able to watch Spurs on a regular basis and not have to worry about paying too much for a stream, or so that you can actually watch your team play, which in certain countries for some reason you cannot. But Dave, any quick words from yourself on NordVPN?
Look, what I would say is, if you want an away day, i.e. FERENCVAROS, stuff like that, and you don't have the money, get on your NordVPN. You can put it up to 10 devices. Save yourself money looking at other streaming platforms. It also has top security in there, so it helps in terms of keeping your bank details and all that safe. And then you might be able to be out there, one of them boys in the stand out at FERENCVAROS. So look, NordVPN have done all they can. We've done all we can to try and help you guys save money. Now it's just up to you to be able to go over there, get the NordVPN for the price of a cup of coffee a month. It's really, really cheap. And also, the best thing about it, no buffering, which is the main thing. I mean, look, there's nothing worse when you're watching a game and it's, good parts are coming up and it keeps buffering. NordVPN sorts that right out for you. We can't do any more to help you guys be able to watch every single Spurs game while saving money. Like we said, nearly at the threshold. Guys, get over there. Make sure you grab yourself one and save yourself some money coming up to Christmas. Guys, thank you, NordVPN, for that sponsorship. Really do appreciate it, and the partnership. And guys, hopefully you can use them. But Jack,
yeah,
what do you make of that half? 1-0 to good.
Yeah, I mean, considering the players that have been picked today, which is technically a weaker lineup in theory that Ange has gone for, I don't think we can really complain too much. Like, there was that 10-minute spell where I think Spurs did look a little sketchy, where it looked like we lost a bit of control in the game. I think that was in between the 10th and the 20th minute, if I remember correctly, Dave. And it was kind of more just not even like us losing possession in bad areas or anything. It was just like the opportunities that FERENCVAROS found themselves with. They were looking to try to hit the back post with some looping crosses, and they did actually find some success with those. Ben Davies was caught a couple of times, if not a few times, with that back post cross where he either wasn't aware of who was behind him or he just didn't make much of a clear effort to actually try to rise up and win it. And it did lead to some sketchy situations, and we kind of got away with one there. But for the most part, like, Spurs have created some nice moves. I don't think we've created a plethora of chances, but we have created some decent moments to try to challenge the keeper and get a decent shot on goal. And, with the one goal that we have here, I think that's well deserved. And, for the most part, I'd say Spurs have had a pretty cohesive, mature performance so far. It's not been amazing. It's not been, like we've been blowing them away, but I think our quality is, definitely there. I think we do look like a much better side than Ferencvaros. Mikey Moore, let's be honest, has looked very comfortable at this sort of level. If he was shipped off to the Hungarian league, I think it would be almost unfair with how much he's just destroying these guys out on that wing. Lancashire, I feel a bit bad for him. I think he's not really been given the service that he probably requires, because it does look like he's making a lot of efforts to, point, this is where I want it. This is where you need to play me. He's positioning himself in the box in the right areas, at least in my opinion. Maybe on one of those moments where Mikey Moore slid it across the 6-yard box, he actually wasn't there when maybe he should have been. He had that one chance from Matimo Werner cross that was like that left-footed cross that he probably could have done better with. But Lancashire, I like his hunger. I like how determined he looks to try to get on the end of things, to try to score. So they actually look pretty comfortable at this level, Lancashire and Mikey Moore. And for the most part, it's been a pretty decent performance from Spurs. It's nothing to really rave home about. It's not like it's the best first half we've ever had, but it's a lot better than what we had against Coventry City, let's be honest. And I'm happy, Dave. I don't think anyone could really complain all that much, considering all the changes that Ange Postecoglou made.
No, look, all the changes he's made, I think, it hasn't really been too much of a disjointed performance. I think the back line are pissing around with the ball too long at times. I'd like to see them maybe keep threading it through the lines, as often as they can. But, like you said, I don't think it's anything to be writing home about or anything to be raving about. But so far at 45 minutes, it's job done. Let's go and do another 45 minutes, if we can. Bar, I think the only thing we really need to watch out is balls coming down that left hand side, and then putting in balls over Ben Davies, towards the back post. That's going to be a real big problem against the bigger teams, and we're not going to get away with Davies at left back against them sort of teams. Against these teams, you should. Werner has added absolutely nothing to this game, bar
Yeah,
that one cross.
no.
The rest of it has been pretty disappointing. At times, the ball's just rolling by him. You're thinking, okay, move, intercept that, and get on your bike, and he's just standing there watching it. He's really pissing me off. In terms of the midfield, I think the three of them are working incredibly hard. I would like to see a bit more from Bergvall, maybe a little bit more from Papa Matasar in terms of creativity, threading that ball forward a bit more. And Mikey Moore, for me, has been the best player on the pitch. Every time he gets the ball, he's bright, he's confident, he's looking to take on his man. And, he just doesn't look like losing the ball. And I think one of the great things you can say about a great player is whenever they get the ball, they always look like they've got time and space. And Mikey Moore does. As soon as the ball comes into him, he traps it that perfect. It actually buys him, 5 yards every single time to be able to run at his man. And even our goal came about him being proactive, getting on the ball, driving inside, trying to play that pass forward. And, this is what we say, Jack, and I've said this many times, against these low block teams, even if it doesn't make its man, it causes chaos and it creates chances like it did for Papa Matasar's goal there. So more of that from Mikey Moore. And Lancashire, I think he's trying very hard. If I'm him, though, I think he's going to be very frustrated at halftime. And so if I'm an experienced player, I'd be getting my arm around them and say, just keep focused, don't lose your rag, keep making the run, something's going to come your way. Because for the love of God, he is trying to get on the end of things, and it's just not breaking his way. But oftentimes he's making great runs, and the player doesn't see it, doesn't cross it. And when he's about to cross it, Lancashire's already offside because he's already made that run and he's having to check it. So I think, he just needs to keep his head. But this game is by no means over. They can score like that. We've seen this with Tottenham Hotspur. So we need to go out there in this second half now with a bit of purpose and put this game to bed. And to be honest, I've no doubt Andrew's probably ripping into some of them senior players in there because he wants to get them off the pitch early tonight for a big game against Brighton at the weekend.
That's true.
Where we're going to be run ragged. So, I think Andrew will be in there sort of maybe putting a rocket up their ass.
Yeah. To Stephen Wilson saying we are doing well considering we have 10 men on the pitch. I'm wondering who you're referring to there. Stephen Wilson, Darkson G, though, with a super chat, and really generous one as well. Darkson G, very appreciative. Thank you, sir. And he says Moore and Lancashire playing good, and Sarr continues his European form, playing great ever since that AC Milan game he's put out there. That's actually true. Sarr is very good in Europe when you think about it. And he also says, let's just kill this game while we're resting Van de Ven, Kulu, Madison, Bentancur, Johnson, and Dominic Solanke. Gray is a versatile king. I think with Archie Gray, it's just what I like about his mentality. Quickly, Dark Sun G is like he plays or is willing to play so many different positions. And there are nowadays a lot of players that seem a bit picky about that kind of thing. They'll kind of say to the manager, I'm only a left winger, or, I'm only a guy that likes to cut inside. That's the system that I prefer. There are guys that seem to only want to play in a certain type of system, right? Where they don't want to have to work too hard, or they don't want to have to press, or maybe they only want to play in a pressing team, whatever it might be. But I feel like players nowadays can be a bit picky with either their position or even the style of play. And someone like Archie Gray is just what we've heard from interviews, what I've seen from him before. He's kind of just said, like, I want to play no matter what, and I'll do whatever I can to be out there. So if the manager wants to put 2 gloves on my hands and make me the goalkeeper, as long as I get to play, that he has that mentality. And I actually really rate that about him, because I think that's kind of rare nowadays to see from younger players, guys that are just willing to play any position regardless, and they'll still try to put in a really good performance, and they don't care whether they're being played in a position, let's say, they're not totally comfortable in. And it's also credit to his footballing mentality and his intelligence, really, to be able to do that. So I rate that about him. He is very versatile. And then I agree that Sarr has actually been secretly quite good for Spurs in Europe. He had a very good time against AC Milan, and he's also scoring the goals for us right now. And I think he's had a very good game for the most part, Pop Matasar. He's worked really hard out of possession. He's really good industrial player, but he knows how to pop up with a goal as well. I just like Sarr's game. And then Dave, I think I agree with you that Moore has probably been maybe the man of the match, really, so far in that first half. He looked by far the most comfortable.
No, 100%. Every time he gets the ball, he's direct. He wants to make things happen. He gets it. Rather than stick on his man and constantly look for the one ball in behind or whatever, he's constantly dropping deep, looking to get that separation between himself and the man, get that ball, get turned, and he automatically has that space. When a player like that has that space, he's going to kill his man every single time. He's already got him on a yellow card. Hopefully go at him again and get him on a nice early red card and make this half easy. But I do agree with Dark Sun G. I would like to get this game over without having to bring on Kulu, Solanke, players like that. I would much rather go out there, score a quick second and a third if we can, and get the likes of Dorrington, people like that some game time who sort of abide their time. I just want everybody fresh for Brighton because Brighton's going to be an even harder test than Man United. They're going to run their legs off. They're going to be as proactive as we are in trying to turn over possession and stuff like that. So ideally, I want players to be fit and available for that and hopefully get a good result into the international break. This one, we should be able to win with some of the kids.
Yeah. And then Fazzy Radfar saying Moore plays like an experienced player. What a talent. I mean, you mentioned this, Dave. I'm stealing some of your words here, but the sign of a good player when they seem to have that extra second on the ball than other players do. They seem to immediately, with their first touch, they give themselves even more time to make a decision, even more time to make something happen. And Mikey Moore, the legend he is, he's just someone that just looks so comfortable at this level. In fact, I think, you could give him another shot in another European game, dare I say, even against like a Galatasaray or something, and you wonder if he still would look this comfortable. But against FERENCVAROS, this was a very worthy risk for Ange Postecoglou. I think this has paid off for him because Mikey Moore, he looks very comfortable. He looks like much more of a, he looks far more capable of creating a chance or even grabbing a goal than even Timo Werner does in this game. And he's just been bright when he's gotten the ball to him, and he's causing that fullback problems. He already looks like an experienced player. He doesn't look like a 17-year-old out there.
And what I'd add to that is any coincidence that the players keep giving him the ball, but not as much to Werner, shows that they have belief in this kid, what he can do. You heard Madison with great words for him, delighted that he got his opportunity off the bench against Man United. And look, long may it continue, because it doesn't really matter how much I sit here and big him up. It doesn't really sit here and matter how much Jack sits here and bigs him up. At the end of the day, it's only him that can take the opportunity presented and, just echo, just say, look, these guys were right in what they're saying, right to believe in me, and hopefully he can bring everybody along with him. It's been a very bright 45, and hopefully we see an even second brighter 45 from the kid.
Yeah. And then Adrian Chia saying, feels like though we didn't even get out of second gear. I'd actually agree with that. Kind of the manner of the performance has been kind of like Spurs are not that scared or really that intimidated by FERENCVAROS. And there were some moments where you were looking at that midfield for FERENCVAROS and they looked pretty leggy. They looked like they did not want to have to do the pressing and the hard work in order to get into the game and try to win the ball back off us. And Spurs, to a degree, some of even the tricks and the flicks and, some of the passing, they look pretty confident against this team. And I'd agree with that, actually, that they don't even look like they've gotten out of second gear or even want to get out of second gear, really. They're just hoping they can cruise to a win here. Let's grab some more goals. And I think Spurs should be good by it. And I'd agree with Adrian Chia. That's kind of been the nature of the performance so far. And then Dark Senji says, this is a better start than our recent European away games when we used a mix of senior and youth, which shows the great business of shipping out this Deadwood. One of my favorite things about this era of Ange Postecoglou, and Dave has, tried to give maybe more credit to Paratici and maybe Johan Lange than he has to Ange, I think, on this one. But we have really done an exceptional job, Dark Sun G, on the outgoings. We just don't have to worry about the Indombeles, the Lo Celsos, the guys that just don't have the right attitude at the club or don't want to play in these sort of games as the fringe players. No more Sessegnons to have to deal with. These type of guys that just weren't good enough for the club and weren't good enough to be able to, I guess, perform in these type of games when they were given opportunities. And it feels really good to have this mix of experienced, maybe senior players, but also this young talent that we know are ready for this level. It is a sign of some of the good business on the outgoings that we have done. I'd agree.
No, 100%. Look, we've done massive work in trying to turn this squad over. And I know a lot of people say, look, question, but have we bought too young? And I even question that at times. Have we gone too far down one route? But it's not like these. If we can go on and win this 2-3 nil, and we've done it with all the kids out there, it sort of makes it worth it. It sort of buys a lot of belief, a lot of buy-in. Harry Kane started off his career at Tottenham in games like this, and it's about time we start turning to these youth, because we can't keep spending 50, 60 million to cover every position in the squad. At some point, some manager was always going to have to turn to the youth to make it work if he wanted to take this process of, sending players out the door. And we've done great work in terms of lowering the wage bill, and hopefully going forward now in future transfer windows, it has a knock-on effect. We don't really have to worry too much about outgoings. It's just more focused on actually improving our squad. Don't have to worry about the wage bill because that's been reduced massively. So we're in a good position, especially if we can get this over the line. But also back to Adrian Chia's point, we haven't got our second gear, but I would like us to go and kill this game, because you leave this 1-0, it just gives them belief later on in the game.
I'd agree with that.
Here we go, though. Papa Matt Sarr to Bergwijn. Oh, poor return from Bergwijn. Sorry, Jack.
No. Thank you to Darkson. Thank you, Dark Sunji, for the support. Thank you, Adrian Chia. Thank you, Fazzy Radfire. Really appreciate you guys sending in your thoughts and sending us some support as well. And thanks to everybody that also has picked up a membership recently. And also anybody that got a membership earlier from Kevin, please take advantage of it. Fan cams after the game. Feel free to send in a fan cam, post-match thoughts, that sort of thing. And also come on the next fan show if you are so willing. But big up to Eugene is in the house as well. Funny shit, who is, I believe, gifted a membership earlier. Good to see you as a member. And then Hollywood Hotspur has joined us as well. Good to see Hollywood Hotspur. Yes, Dave,
big up, Hollywood. Good to see you, Mr. Hollywood. Hulk Hogan. Big up, my man. I love that name, Kevin, as well. It's always that film, Home Alone. It's my favorite Christmas movie. You're just like, Kevin. Absolutely love it. Big up, Kev. Really appreciate the generosity earlier. And guys, if you do enjoy everything we do here for a small fee every single month, there's 3 tiers. You decide what one you want. $1.99 is the lowest. Feel free to grab a membership, become a part of the community. Great run by Archie Gray.
What a run. Nearly a fantastic run from him. He actually had, I felt like he could have played that pass to play, I think it was Lancashire, maybe running him behind. I think he had
looks like we're moving a bit more out of possession. It looks like Ange might have given them that little bit of a rocket to go and kill this.
Yeah, that's what he wants. He probably just wants them to grab this second and make life easier on themselves.
Yeah. Just kill the game, before trouble arises is all we got to try to do here.
Romero, the strength there. I mean, he's absolutely
He slowed down. He wanted that contact. He slowed down for it. He's a sick animal.
It's just cruising speed for Romero in this game.
Oh, great turn. Unlucky. Well done. Which wins the throw-in. We'll have that.
Yeah, it's cruising speed for players like Romero in this game.
By the way, everybody, big up Jack and send him love for the work he's done over the last couple of days. Been absolutely sensational. Usually, it takes 2 of us to get a lot of the match day content out. And Jack, long days, got it all out on his own. So, guys, big up and show him some love for that. Really appreciate it.
Very nice of you, Dave. Thank you.
Good turn. Oh, no, you can't lose it there. Who lost that? Mikey Moore. FERENCVAROS.
Timo Firmino nearly scores. Good save from Vicario.
He loves it. Look at him. Vicario loves it.
It's a good stop from Vicario.
Straight away, he's just up celebrating it.
FERENCVAROS fans just enjoying the festivities. It's not a bad curl line. It's a good save from Vicario. It is a good save.
I'd say they're loving it because they're not allowed drinks in the stands at away games in the Premier League or that. So, out here, they're probably, you'd love that, Jack. That'd be your sort of type of game.
Someone mentioned that. Yeah, I think they said, what a throwback. You can still do that in Germany. You can still have drinks in the stands, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, it is a throwback.
They're even bringing out smoke grenades now to try and put us off.
Yeah, they don't want us to be scoring anymore on their end.
Good clearance. Even we can barely make out what's going on here right now. Fuck me. Jesus Christ.
Okay, surely
all you can see is the advertising boards right now. It's a joke.
Yeah, sorry everybody. I think our commentary is gonna probably be halted here
outside the stadium. Fuck me.
Well, for a second there, Dave, they were really going hard with the flares. But I wonder if the referee is gonna pause the game here.
You can't see a thing. Yeah, he has to pause the game. You can't see a thing. This is disgusting. This is ridiculous. Fuck me.
Yeah, I think someone else is going to have to take over on the watch along here, everybody, because we can't see a thing.
Just pulling out smoke grenades. It's disgusting. Carry on. Referee stopped the game for a moment. Yeah, he's saying you can't see. Yeah, well done, ref. Smart decision.
Guy's been a fantastic referee. Where did they find him? Get him in the Premier League.
Very smart refereeing.
Looks like you're going to have to stay a little bit longer in Budapest now. Idiots, making the game a bit longer.
Well, they're just delaying the inevitable for themselves, aren't they? Do you know what it was? They've seen us running around like whippets after half time, so the manager asked the fans to pull out the smoke grenades to slow us down.
Berbatov's halftime smoke. I've seen this movie before. Don't go into the fog.
Yeah, what's that? Black Hawk Down or something? What a movie.
Must have been the knee or the arm that was off, I guess. Got away with one there. That was micro inches offside, I guess.
Great referee. I love this guy. Can you ref every week?
Also, even the goal itself, right, came from a Mikey Moore outside the foot pass and behind for Will Lancashire. So Mikey Moore even did play part in the goal there. They had to turn on the fans, get the smoke out.
Could barely make out Rambam, but I presume that's him.
They had to actually ask Dave for his summer fan to blow the smoke out.
I've got 3 or 4 for the summer.
Yeah, they had to ask him for them.
Oh, FERENCVAROS playing a little bit of
ball. Yeah, I was going to say,
here.
this is the best bit of football I've seen from them.
Still can't see one side of the pitch, but we're getting there. FERENCVAROS running at us.
Great tackle from Romero.
Tackle by Romero. Even when you can't see it's him, you just know it's him in motion.
Yeah, the way he tackles it, you know it's him. And it's out for a goal kick. Way. Can't even see his own player there, FERENCVAROS. Great tackle.
I better not stick around for the next 15 minutes and ruin my spectacle.
Suma here. Good ball, though. Down the line to Sar. Heavy touch from Sar.
I think there's another one gone off. Are they taking the piss? Fuck me. Send the police in at this point. Good interception.
Basuma.
Hopefully this comes back to bite them.
He's trying to find someone. Bergvall, show for it, man. He's got time, Basuma. You got time.
Player couldn't see who to pass it to. Hopefully this comes back to bite them now.
Davies taking more of a left center back role now. Maybe Archie Gray is stepping in the midfield.
Left back. Good ball.
Poor giveaway.
Good idea, just poor execution.
Down the line. Well done, Timo.
Bergvall, good header. Gray. Into Lancashire. Go on, win that. Oh.
Put the pressure on.
Don't know whether I'm watching a football game or a war movie right now. Win that. Well done. What a ball. Go on, Faro. Good ball over the top to Sar. Just couldn't get a hold of it. It's gone out for a Tottenham corner. Now the fog is or the smoke has cleared up a bit, guys. We can start seeing what we're commentating on now. King Huddle says, sell him. I've had enough. Who are you on about, King Huddle?
Basuma. I think that giveaway, yeah, was Basuma. People have noted. I'd agree, actually. There are times where Basuma has let himself down. In
King Huddle, I thought you had to support players. Is not what you said to me? Gotta show him love.
Oh! Romero.
Unlucky. Big up King Huddle, though. It is frustrating. I do get the frustration.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with Bentancur versus Basuma, right? Is maybe Bentancur does that fewer times than Basuma does in a game. Those kind of unnecessary giveaways. Mikey Moore, top of the penalty area. Is he going for a left-footed shot?
Keep going. He keeps going.
Oh, too heavy. Did well there, but he just had too heavy of a left-footed touch at one moment.
Can't handle this kid.
God, I mean, Mikey Moore, everybody. If anything's going to actually get me to buy the new FIFA early, it's probably Mikey Moore, just so I could use him in career mode.
Well, you can. Well, he is in the career mode, but if you want to use him in Ultimate Team, Jack, there's evos you can do for him.
Oh my lord! I might have to cancel the stream, everybody. I'm gonna have to download it now.
Can't wait for you to get it. You love Rush.
Well, it's making me. I'm just thinking about this. God, I would love to be able to use Mikey Moore in a video game, and it's like, wait a minute, you can do that.
There's Mikey Moore. There's Tyrese Hall. I don't think
Salivating.
Lancashire's in it. I didn't see Lancashire in it. Donnelly's in it though.
Best time to do sober October as well. You know, now that I can just play FIFA for months.
Yeah, and Darrington's in it, which is good.
Oh, good ball
Good
and
ball.
behind for Star.
Oh.
Just heavy touch again from Spurs.
Cleared. Well done, Romulus. Fuck off, ref. It's not his fault that this guy doesn't go to the gym.
Someone saying, did anyone catch Ange's Techers? No, I didn't.
The
You don't get too many opportunities for that.
whole chat saying get Bassoon off at this point. Everyone's following King Huddle's lead. King Huddle, you're leading the revolution against the
He
player, my
says,
man.
I have my limits. Come on. Now. Come on now.
You think that was you, King
one,
Huddle?
one misplaced pass. Those are your limits. Only messing. Only messing.
Nah. Do you know what I love about it? When we win, we can say these things to each other, laugh, and have a joke about it. When we lose. Like I'm the same. When we're losing, I take it
Good
personally
build-up.
sometimes. Oh, great
Build up from Archie Gray. Get rid of it, Bergvall. There you go. Too late. It's too late as well. It was a really good play from Archie Gray, actually, if anyone caught that, building out from the back. Really well done by him.
Yeah.
And yes, he is playing left back by the looks of things. They have moved Ben Davies to left-sided center back. Sign that maybe Ange didn't like what he saw from Ben Davies at left back.
No.
Because I actually think Archie Gray played pretty well at center back in that game. Or, sorry, in the first half. I thought he played decently.
Well, I mean, this is a guy that, started off as centre midfielder to play centre back in Europe. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do,
No, I think he handled himself well. I thought he was good defensively. And
he gets
the
done
only
there,
worry,
though.
is that, maybe
Good
sometimes the one-on-one defending for him isn't the strongest. That post cleared away by Archie Gray. Well done.
Good touch,
from Bergvall. Good turn, Sar.
Come on, use Porro, use Mikey Moore. Let's go. Come on, they're all up the pitch. Use it now.
Mikey, looks like there are no options for him.
Oh, we get reset. Romero.
Spurs really going for kind of a second gear type of tempo.
They don't want to take risks, I suppose, do they? I suppose there's no need.
No, they don't seem to want to try to play that fast.
People go mad at Timo now. He's not even trying. Yeah, it seems like that at some points. He's probably listening to our pre-match build-up.
Mikey, good first-time pass into Pedro. Pedro looking up, no one there. Ben Davies in possession. Finds Bergvall, who slips. Bad slip from Bergvall. It's a bad giveaway here.
Oh, I can see the inevitable coming.
Get there, Vicario. Phew. Ben Davies, that was almost way too easy, though.
Come on, Spurs. Let's fucking create something this half. That's a better ball. Over the top to Lancashire. Can he hold it up? It's a great take. Holds it up. Finds Mikey Moore. That's brilliant forward play. Back to Lancashire.
Lancashire down the wing.
Tries to find Barnett.
Try to find Timo, who's right in the right area in the 6-yard box.
I like that from Lancashire. If it's not coming your way, go out there and get it. That's brilliant.
He had a moment in the first half where he did well, where he dropped deep to receive it, and they did find him in between the lines. But if he's not getting it in behind, that's sadly what you have to do sometimes as a striker. You got to drop deep, help the team out.
Yeah. Come on, from this corner kick. Let's get a good ball in here. Come on, please. Lancashire, Moore, Davies, Romero, Bissouma, they're all in there. It's a short one. Pedro Porro with the outswinger. So close from Lancashire on the volley. That would have been a sensational goal. First time on the
nearly.
volley.
So close. Even Ryan Mason enjoyed that.
He loves it. Look at that. That's Harry Kane-esque. Boom. Holds off the man. Oh.
Good strength.
So close. It's
I don't even know what you could tell him to do differently there, because he does get over the ball.
He does everything perfect. He holds the man off while striking it first time on the volley. There's not more he can do, bar maybe make a cleaner connection.
Yeah. Even the center back is complaining about Lancashire being too strong for him.
Civics come off. Oh, so
But
close.
everybody, if you can for us, thank you so much for picking us as your watch-along destination. There are over 400 in the house from what we can tell. And if you can for us, smash that like button. We're very close to 200 likes. We'd be very appreciative if we get a 50% ratio. Who doesn't love a 50-50?
That'd be legendary.
I'm really
Look,
appreciative of you
what are
guys.
you aiming low? 60% ratio.
Dave likes a 60-40. He's not a 50-50 guy.
No.
But really appreciate you guys picking us as your destination, everybody. Thank you so much.
Basuma.
Basuma, good
Any points in
touches.
between lines, Brett, we'll have a yellow. Don't you fucking dare say play on, I'll kill you. Thank you. Is the referee gone sprinting off too?
Derek Hutchinson saying, let's play Where is Werner? Find Timo. Everyone find with.
Don't give Daniel
Waldo?
Levy
Where's
any
Timo?
ideas. Yeah, don't give Daniel Levy any ideas. That'll be in the shop for Christmas. You know it will be.
Make up for the wages that he's lost on Timo.
Yeah. Help pay the 185k a week.
Davies, clip ball over the top. Can Lancashire get there? Hey, there's Timo. I found him, everybody.
I haven't been impressed with Bergvall today.
No, he's been a little quiet.
Romulus.
What a
Good
ball
ball.
from
Coral.
Romero. Good ball
Good
again
ball
from
to Bergvall.
Romero.
Bergvall, just get it over the top. There's two in there. Oh, it took too long.
Oh,
what
Pedro,
is he
good
doing?
idea. Just no one there. Good foul by Popstar.
Oh,
Good
Bergvall
tactical
should have
foul.
crossed that earlier. He had two players over inside.
Yeah.
Took too much out of it. It's just them little moments I'd like to see us play with that bit more intensity, that bit more quickness, sharper almost. Too many touches there. Come on, Werner. At least sprint after him. That'll do.
Sar has been so good defensively.
He's been good in the press. He's been very good in the press today.
And he was immense against Karabag defensively. He actually, I thought, was even
Archie
better
Gray,
than Basuma.
Get your head up. Oh, fuck
Taking
me,
too
kid,
much
what
time,
you have
man.
to do.
Taking way too much time. Make a
Oh,
decision.
kid.
Sir, wow, what a pass out from Gray.
Back heel.
Basuma, what a cut.
Come on, Biss. Let's go. This is the moment. Feed Lancashire.
Get rid of it. Get rid of
Feed
it.
him. Feed Lancashire.
Lancashire?
Will, penalty. He's took him out. That's a penalty. He hasn't touched the ball. Thank you. That's a penalty all day long. He's took him out. Oh, no, he's giving offside, is he?
Is he giving a foul for them? Oh, what play from Archie Gray.
Sure, I want to
Good
look at
pass
this.
from Basuma. Oh, that first touch let him down, maybe. Or he didn't
Well,
get
he
it out
hadn't
of
got
his
the
feet.
It's a penalty. He's took the man before he's tackled him. First touch was piss poor, you're right. Oh, that was the moment, Lancashire. That was the moment.
Probably could have hit that first time even, too. Maybe he didn't even need to take a touch. Because the goalkeeper was coming out.
That was his big chance, I fear.
Yeah, he had two of them, Dave. He had that one from a Timo Werner cross.
Yeah.
And then he had that one there. So it's hard for Lancashire because you feel like he could be frustrated because he hasn't gotten the best of service. But then being a striker, you also have to look back at maybe the couple of chances he might have had.
Oh, no, Davey, shit header. Fuck me. Why is he heading it backwards, laying it on the path for him? Oh, go on, get there. Don't allow him to skin you there.
Pedro, man.
That's poor. That's poor from Pedro.
Good block from Sar. It did look like a penalty,
Lancashire. He's just got to take a better touch there and finish that. It looked like the player took the man before he touched the ball.
Yeah, I'm confused how that's not even being looked at.
Back post cross again. Stay switched on. Well done.
All right, come on, boys. Find him. Find him,
play him.
Sar. Yes, Sar. Great ball from Pop.
Come on, Mikey Moore.
And he
You've
finds
got Werner.
Werner now. Can
Mikey
Timo
Moore.
score here.
Great
Timo.
ball.
He's
Werner! Rouse the keep. Oh, my Lord.
No.
Oh, my fucking Lord. Please,
useless.
he is absolutely useless.
He's
He is useless. Oh, my God.
My
he is
Lord,
fucking
Timo.
useless. Mikey Moore couldn't have put that any more on a plate frame. That's 3 1-on-1s in 2 games. Oh, my God. What is wrong with that guy? He has 2 left feet. He is an absolute donkey. You couldn't ask for a better ball.
Oh,
Finish
just
that
hit
first
it!
time.
Just hit it!
Oh
What
my
is
lord,
this
he's
guy's
useless.
problem? Just put your laces through it, man. That was
He
the
is
same thing
fucking
against United. Dude,
useless.
just toe poke it. Just toe poke it.
Useless.
Just hit
He's
it
a
as hard
joke.
as you can.
He's a
Oh
meme.
my
He's an
lord.
absolute meme. He's just a meme. He's shocking. He's
This
so
guy,
anti-football.
I love how in this game he decides to take it around the keeper. That was the last thing you should have done, is take it around the keeper. Hit it with the inside
I
of your
said it earlier
foot,
on.
curl it around the keeper, inside of your foot, first time, no problem. It's on a plate.
I said it earlier on. When the keeper's off like that, all you got to do is lift it, and he can't do it. That's 3 times. He's done the exact. Oh, he's fucking useless. Kulu and Johnson on. Who's come off? Please say Mikey Moore stays on. Werner's off.
Yeah, Werner's off for Johnson.
He's been useless, Werner. Who does Kulu? Who came off for Kulu? And Madison coming on. Number 10.
Timo has entered. I found Timo again, everybody. I found him clear through one-on-one with the goalkeeper. That's where I found him.
Well done, I'm sure you tried the best today. Oh, if Werner would have scored that, these guys wouldn't
That's
have even
2-0 right there.
now.
That's
You're
2-0
talking
right there.
about other substitutions. Fuck you, Werner.
The guy is
honestly,
absolute pants.
Chelsea may as well be paying his wages right now. He's so anti-Tottenham. I mean, I can't watch that. That's such an easy thing
That's
to
a
do.
crime against he's had 3 crimes against football
low and hard,
games.
or you just take one good touch around the goalkeeper. He just has no composure whatsoever. He's as much composure as me at a buffet. It's an absolute joke.
It's a crime against football what Timo is doing on the pitch.
It's disgusting. I can't believe it. And now we have to bring on the bigger players off the bench to rescue it because fucking Timo once again can't do his job. Oh, he's such a dumbass. And he's ruined Mikey Moore's evening as well. That's an assist from Mikey Moore, and everyone's talking about him. What a dick, Werner. He done that on purpose. He doesn't want Mikey Moore to get recognition.
Someone get Harry Redknapp to say, yeah, like my nan could have scored that or whatever. Yeah.
Play Werner left back, for fuck's sake. He'd probably do a job there.
No one gets 3 one-on-ones and misses all 3, says Thomas. Yeah. Oh, good ball to Kulu. Oh, Kulu, man, take a touch.
You just don't get that at this level. You got to take one of them. The goalkeepers are so far off their line with these opportunities as well. It's embarrassing. Mikey Moore would have finished that.
He really actually might be worse than Nkudu and NG.
What a waste of space.
Probably will make the all-time worst Tottenham 11.
Now we're 11 men on the pitch, after the sub. So hopefully, we look a bit better.
Stephen Wilson saying Spurs are back to having 11 men on the pitch. Jerome saying Timu is off. Timu is off finally. Such a waste of space. I swear I cannot believe he is still in the squad. I just can't believe he's actually still deciding to be a footballer. Probably the wages, are keeping him doing that. But this guy, I mean, the confidence is completely gone. He has the yips. He has like the scaries. He has like some sort of demon in his head whenever he gets played in behind, whenever he gets an opportunity. It's just shocking, Jerome.
Honestly, the guy would be better off giving up football and going and practicing sprinting and trying to make the Olympic team for Germany, because football's just not his bag anymore. They're like, I'm sorry, but 3 one-on-ones in 2 games to gloss up the scoreline. It's just it's no good. And if you're them youngsters on the bench, if you're them youngsters on the bench, you're absolutely cussing Werner out, because if he scores that, he's making different substitutions. Postecoglou.
Yeah, Ajayi comes on. Some of these other guys come on. Dorrington comes on. You are right. Oh, but he's left this. He's left this in a very sketchy situation here. I mean, FERENCVAROS haven't been any better in the second half here, but we have to grab a second now. We've had to bring on the big guns in order to do it.
Well, I'm glad.
3 one-on-ones. 3 one-on-ones in the past 2 games. It's just shocking. I guarantee half of the chat would have been able to score. Half of the chat would have been able to score one of those one-on-ones. Like any one of them.
I would have scored that. I would have scored all 3 of them. First 2, I would have dinked over the keeper against United. And that one, I would have just rolled low past the goalkeeper there.
They all seem like pretty obvious finishes as well. Not like even required that much
That one's
genius in
easier, though.
order to do.
He's no time to think about it. That should just be instinct, that finish.
Oh,
That's my
Basuma,
problem.
what a
Oh,
tackle and play.
King Hoddle's loving him now. He's saying, keep him. Big up, Hoddle.
Stephen Wilson saying that's 4 TVs. Timo has made me smash.
Might need to get you a TV sponsor, lad.
Yeah, we need Werner's wages to go to half of the Spurs fans' TV television sets. Good hold up play from Kulu. Too
Maybe the
heavy.
3 p.m. blackout is a good thing sometimes. Ange looks a bit worried. Basuma, great tackle. Find someone. Play it forward. Oh, shit. Pass. For fuck's sake. Holy shit. No. Well done, Rummy. Now you show him how to do it.
Romero, find that pass. There
Yeah,
it is
that's how
into
we do it.
Madison.
Madison.
Madison finds Mikey out
Let's
on
go,
the left
Mikey.
here.
Kill him. He doesn't want it. Murder him. Good ball back inside.
Matters,
Madison, that's a free.
sir. That's
We'll
a
have that one,
foul,
ref.
ref. How's that not a foul, referee?
He's absolutely bundled him over. Well done, Sar. Set the trap there. Get out at him, Archie Gray. Don't let him run.
Gotta put in a challenge, mate. It is kind of his thing.
Two
Ooh,
open there
back
in the
post. Deal with it,
middle.
Pedro. Well done,
No,
Vic. That's the thing with Archie Gray. Sometimes, like, again, he does give me the Eric Dyer vibe when defending one-on-one. He just doesn't really want to put in a challenge.
No.
He's been brilliant, though, at playing out from the back.
That's a player that's not confident in his defending abilities. The fact that he just continues to jockey him like that. But he's only 18. He's learning at this level, you know.
And he's been so good at playing out from the back in this game.
Yeah.
I don't think he's put much of a foot
That run
wrong.
he had at the start of the second half. If he could have found that last ball, that would have been clipped everywhere. Mikey Moore.
Yeah, he's
Good
doing his
ball
best
down
Van de
there.
Ven impersonation. Archie
Does
Gray
Mikey
on that
Moore
run.
actually even give the ball away? He's just so good.
Oh,
again.
he's absolutely rinsed whoever that was.
He just doesn't give the ball away, the kid. He's so good.
Great one-on-one ability from Mikey.
FERENCVAROS. Looking
Trying
to
to
go
counter
forward.
here.
Switch it out. Get out there, Porro. Don't be fucking jogging back. Johnson well
Johnson
done.
helping
Get back there.
out. Good job, Johnson. Step out,
Get
Sar.
out there, Sar. You've been immense. That's it. Now your turn, Madison.
Come on. There's Mikey. Put in the cross.
allowed
Dealt
to cross
with
it there,
by
Mikey.
Romero. Or sorry, Pedro. Matters. Put the pressure on. No foul.
Ah, come on, Kulu. Get across there.
Get him out here. If we catch the center back out. Clip to the back post. Vicario. He knew his margins.
It's that sort of night, Jack. That's something like that's just gonna go in. We just don't use our breakaways well enough tonight. We've been a bit piss poor in that final ball tonight, up in the other end. Madison. Back to Romero. On to Ben Davies. Use this now. Goes for the switch of play. It's a fucking great ball out to Johnson.
Good
Great
touch,
control.
Johnson.
Brennan Johnson. Oh, tries to get the
Oh.
cross in for Kulu. Unlucky. It's just blocked. Porro.
Oh,
Good run by
skims
Porro.
by him. Pedro, well
Out
done,
wide,
Pedro.
Johnson.
Into Johnson.
Oh, good
Nearly
ball.
finding
It's the
Mikey
right ball.
Moore.
Mikey Moore just needs to gamble.
Yeah, it's almost like Johnson, he expects someone to be there,
Yeah.
and there wasn't actually there. Great play by Pedro Porro, though.
It's good football by Tottenham again. It's the perfect ball. He's just waiting for someone to tap it in.
Yeah, someone's got to be there. Oh, Matters!
Oh, Madison. Oh, unlucky.
No one there for Matters.
He was even too quick for the cameraman there. Come on, let's kill this off. Archie Gray with the throw-in. Let's ramp this up a little bit. Let's turn it up from 4 to 5. Ref, can you ask them to stop manhandling our players as well, please? Kulu.
Good job by Kulu.
On to Madison.
Oh,
Madison.
good idea.
Not
Johnson, not a good clean contact there. Good ball, though, by Madison.
Porro.
Pedro.
Oh.
Asking for a handball.
We'll have that. Thank you. Free kick. Let's get a good delivery here. Wonder will one of them be cheeky enough to go for goal. Oh yeah, he's took all momentum. That's a red card. There's intent in that one.
This is looking like a Mikey Moore audition for the left wing, says Scarecrow.
Good comment. Especially, deputy to son for sure. Come on. Just bundle this in. I don't care how. Just put it right on top of the 6-yard box and send everyone flying in. 7 Bowen 747s. That's what we want to see.
Everyone's asking how that wasn't a yellow card. I actually agree there.
Yeah,
it's pretty deliberate.
Do you go for goal, Jack? James Madison near post, to put it right across the 6-yard box?
No, it's not the right angle to go for goal.
Oh, referee, get out the way. Kulu. Referee in the way there.
Felt like Kulu, though, didn't even know that he was doing that.
No. I think Madison might have overhit that one. Yeah, he's overhit.
Yeah, he did.
Completely. Corner kick to Tottenham. Can we make this one count? Mikey Moore leaves it for Madison. What's another short one?
Matters. Matters back post. Oh, for Pedro.
Good idea, that.
Archie Gray. Nice clip ball over the top from Archie Gray. Great ball. Like I said, his passing now, his ability in possession has been great today.
Yeah.
Archie Gray.
It's a great ball, that. Yeah, 3 or 4 players pressing them there. The second here. More
14 minutes.
FERENCVAROS. Who's this wannabe Dragosin?
Timu Dragosin.
Yeah. Shot like a billionaire Dragosin. Shot Paulan Dragosin. And then this guy's an Archie Gray wannabe.
Basuma, why are you turning there, man?
That's what annoys me about him. Sometimes he's just turning into the trouble. I get you're a good footballer, but sometimes just turn away from it.
Yeah, there's no reason he should be going back that direction.
Stupid.
King Huddle now saying, sell him now.
That's it, Moore.
Mikey. Oh, my Lord. Mikey Moore.
Come on. Book him now.
Tight feet this guy has. The feet, the control. Just top-level quality. You dare even try to see Timo do that.
It's a clinic. I can't wait to see his highlight reel off the back.
It's just way too easy for him this game.
Oh,
this
it's
sort
a game.
of level.
Why are we rushing? That's shocking from Madison.
Be illegal to play Mikey Moore in the Hungarian league. He would just be too good for it.
Oh, lucky Kulu. It's just a tight footwork. Takes out 3 players there. They have no option but to foul him or be embarrassed. It's great to see. It's Ronaldinho-esque, that. Oh,
great touch from Basuma. Oh, man, again, just play the pass. Just play the pass. Why is he taking an extra touch there?
Oh, we're in trouble here. We're in trouble here.
Oh, please.
Towards the back post.
Oh, ball.
Don't allow them to cross. Do not allow them to cross.
There you go, boys. Just deal with it. But again, though, that does start from a Basuma giveaway.
Yeah.
Well done, Sar. Great job, Sar. Come on, boys.
Lads.
Well done, Sar.
Well done, Porro. Sar, go down the line again.
Pedro, great passing for Pedro.
One of them's
dealt with from Romero. Sar, good clearance.
Just fucking a game of tennis right now. Ping pong. Well done, Basuma.
Well done.
Archie Gray. Move out more now.
Finds, tries to go for Matters. That's an audacious pass.
Oh, they're running forward here with intent. I don't like this.
Get there, Gray, man. Got to see that run.
Got to start getting back in possession and controlling this for the next few minutes. Kill them.
Disrespecting Vicario there.
Come on, Tottenham. Do not allow them. We've got to get this away win over the line. We've been embarrassed away from home in Europe before. KJ2 says if we could see them blaming Ange for taking off further. Oh, we wouldn't be in this situation if Werner would have fucking buried it. Blame Werner if we don't win this. Madison picking
Daniel
up a hefty
Larson
challenge
saying
there.
Moore has a bit of that Musiala in him with the tight control. Yes,
Mm.
with the tight control.
Oh, that's filthy on Madison. He's decapitated there. He's took his 2 legs.
Ben Davies.
Good comparison, Daniel, with the feet, actually.
Oh,
Archie Gray.
What a flick.
You got to find this pass.
Finds Johnson.
Johnson! Oh, it comes crashing off the bar.
Oh, this guy's been shaving the woodwork in recent
Oh, that's twice we've hit the post or the woodwork today.
He's been painting the woodwork in these past couple of games, Brennan Johnson.
What
He's
an
been
effort.
painting it. It's a good hit.
Oh,
Oh my Dave,
control
look
on
the
the
way that's
strike.
rising. Unlucky. The way that's rising. What a hit.
To control that strike like that is unbelievable technique from Brennan Johnson there.
Oh, but
Oh, no.
It's almost like he made too good a contact.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, well done, Mikey
sir.
Moore.
How are we
Just
getting
back
unlucky there? There you go,
That's
Gray.
it, Gray.
Step out. Come on, Mikey. Someone
Oh,
get
they're
there.
in behind.
Oh,
Hey, fuck me. One of the signs are there. We got to take one of these breakaways and score next. They
Yep.
will. They're going to get more relief.
And some players are looking a little tired.
Looking a
Archie
bit
Gray
sloppy
and
out
Mikey
there.
Moore, they're starting to look a little tired.
Yeah, we're starting to get a bit ragged, a bit sloppy in terms of our shape, in terms of us in possession. We're asking for it. Who's
Dom
that coming on?
Solanke.
Solanke. Yeah, get a physical presence up front to hold the ball. Smart substitution for Ange Postecoglou. Get Kulu back in that midfield. Because since Kulu's come on, he hasn't held up that ball once. It's the right
Good
idea
job
to
by
get Solanke on.
Sar. Great performance
Yeah.
from Sar, I'd say.
Got the goal. Good finish. It's the right move to get Solanke on, though, to hold that ball and try and make it stick up the other end for a few minutes. Play into him. Oh, Jesus, Gray. Well done. Basuma, move that now. Good ball. Play him.
Kulu,
Johnson.
great job. And to Johnson.
Play Madison. Madison. All acres here now. Oh, what are you doing?
Selfish, man. That's selfish.
Oh, he didn't even strike it properly either. He
didn't hit it with any. If you're going to hit it from there,
he
at
just
least
got
hit it hard.
between 2 minds, I think. That's it, Solanke. Get that pressure on. Now your turn, Moore. That's it, Solanke. Go again. That's it. Don't allow them to build up from the back. That's it, Moore. This is good pressure. Solanke working like a train out there. Archie Gray picks it up.
Kulu.
Good ball to Kulu. Oh, good interception.
Really.
If you had a size 8
now,
foot instead of a
Gotta
size
get
10.
back. Come on, Davies. Make that tackle, son.
Close him down, Davies.
Someone make
Well
a tackle,
done, Ray.
please.
Oh, no. Romero's out of position.
Clear it, Davies!
No.
Fuck, man. He's been horrible in the air today. He's been horrible in the air, Davies. It's not challenging
hanging
for
on
one
here the
header,
last
it feels
5
like, in the
minutes.
box. Jeez, he has no idea what's behind him here, Davies.
First of all, that guy that touched the ball is offside.
But Davies, though, like he has one man, one job, and he has no idea he's even there. He's been terrible in the air.
Madison, good
There
ball
you go.
around the
Great
corner.
ball, Madison.
Gray.
Find him, Gray. Oh, you have
Madison,
Solanke. You had
no.
Solanke. Both of you had Solanke in behind. Too busy passing to yourselves.
It's poor again from the midfield there.
Yeah, Solanke was clean through.
I don't even think Madison
The
wanted
pressure.
to touch that. Come on, guys. I know you've come off the bench, but you've got to work. Follow Solanke's lead. He's running these nuts off. There we go. Get up with him. Don't allow that pass. Well done. All offside.
Oh,
Nice.
no.
Oh, no. Get back there, Gray, please.
Caught.
Please. Please. Ben Davies has also been... No,
Great
good
block
block.
from
Basuma.
Basuma.
Don't allow another one. One he is. Fuck me, please. How are we hanging on here against FERENCVAROS, for fuck's sake? Jesus Christ, they're all standing there like statues, allowing shots to be ping around them like they're pinatas. King Hoddle says red flags. Exactly, my man. Best way to describe it right now. It's just poor from Gray and Madison. We have a great breakaway there. Madison, the previous one, took a shot. That one there, between the two of them, they give it away. And it's just being turned over us and exposing us. It's poor from Tottenham going forward. Van de Ven on the bench.
Feels like we might need Van de Ven.
Oh, I'd nearly roll him out. That fucking left back for the next few minutes, or left sided centre back. Cover that ball in behind. They're sensing this. This is dangerous. They're up for this. I think we've got a few players that come off the bench, not so quite up for this.
Vicario with a punch.
Well
Get
done.
rid of it, Mikey. Oh. Well done, Romero. Well done. Oh, Solanke? No, that was Romero.
Oh, it's Romero.
Well done,
Great
Romero.
play, Romero. Hold that, Kulu.
Get rid of it.
Hold that.
Well done, Kulu.
Mikey Moore in behind.
Mikey Moore in behind.
Oh. Still got it.
Onto it.
He's just not got the legs. He thinks he's tanked right now.
Good composure from Mikey. Good composure from Mikey. Well done, Mikey Moore.
If that was earlier on in the game, he would have got in there. I think he's just tanked now. I think he doesn't have the legs. Davies, holy fucking shit. He does. Gray. Good ball.
Well done, Gray. Good disguise. Oh, Mikey, he finds Solanke. Solanke, not the right ball, the right idea, not the right ball.
Oh, well done. Johnson. You got Kulu on the overlap. Johnson! Yeah! 5 in 5! 5 in 5 from Brennan Johnson. What a finish. Come on! Drusilla, how are you feeling now, my man? Woo!
Oh my lord! And Dave, again, the Paramount Plus team.
Yeah, I just seen it.
They've had power on the graphics.
They went 1-1 there.
They wanted
they were begging for it. Come on, Johnson.
Team on Paramount. Shocking.
That's 5 in 5 from Johnson now. 2 in 2 in Europe. That's great play by Mikey Moore for a ball to Solanke, by the way. Then it gets caught out. Madison picks it up. Johnson. Kulu makes the run. Frees Johnson up to take that touch
inside the left foot.
It's very unselfish by Kulu to make that run. Pulls players with him. Allows Johnson the space, and he's clinical. Look at that. Look at Kulu. Decides to go. Pulls players with him. Bang. Johnson. Great goal.
Kisses it inside the post there. Great finish with the left foot. Nice little fake. Left-footed finish. Curling finish. It's a composed, it's a mature finish from him.
I think he's earned a song, so I'm going to have to work on that over the international break. He's earned a song now, Brennan.
Brennan has saved us again.
50 million down the drain. Brennan Johnson scores again. 5 in 5. You can't stop him. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
He could score with his left foot. Yes, he does. I mean, he actually got that one of those strikes that he hit off the bar was a ridiculous strike. Actually, I wish that had gone in because the way that sort of rose was just so beautiful to look at. And then that was just such a great finish from him.
Someone says 4 and 4 for Solanke incoming on.
That'd be nice. So.
I'd love Mikey Moore to score a goal tonight. I think his performance is ours. He's going in there for man of the match candidate. Again, that was a lovely ball in behind for Solanke to sort of... He sparked both goals tonight, Mikey Moore, actually, come to think of it. No, Mad. Look, as long as he keeps doing this, I'm more than happy. More than happy with Brennan Johnson right now. It's all I ever wanted him to do, my man.
He's just scoring the goals. You know, he doesn't need to necessarily be the chief creator or anything like that, but he's trying to score the goals when they get to him, when they fall on his path. He's got to be that guy. He's got to be that person that can put away these opportunities, and he has been. He's been our go-to talisman recently.
I almost wanted him to score that one earlier. That one earlier was some technique to even get that on target. The one that he rattled the bar with.
Well done,
Basuma. Basuma, ref, we'll have another yellow.
I also sort of said, Dave, he's stepped up while Sonny's been injured. Also, while kind of maybe the team, there was a period where there has been a long time, a period where the team has not been putting away the chances. And Brennan Johnson now is the guy that is putting away the chances, is scoring the goals. And it's kind of like Richarlison during that month when Sonny was out. Richarlison stepped up for us and scored a lot of the goals.
Come on. Who's that? Is that a Romero? Or
having a very similar month to what Richie did, you know, in that kind of January, February period.
Yeah.
Really good job from Johnson.
I think I'm going to start the man of the match poll. Get names in, guys.
I think it's got to go to Mikey. I think Mikey's going to be my man of the match. Romero had a good... Oh, Solanke. Matters. Oh, good back heel from Solanke. I'd give it to Sar. I think Sar had a very good game, actually, before we forget. I'd give it to Sar. I'd give it to Romero. I thought Romero had a good performance from the back line. I'd give it to Mikey Moore. I think he is my man of the match, truthfully, Mikey Moore. Because I think he exposed just how shit Timo is in this game.
Some people saying Pedro Porro. Do you put Johnson in there for the winner?
Game.
Some people saying Basuma.
I wouldn't say so with Basuma.
I might just go with 3. I think 4 would be really pushing it tonight. Werner, anyone?
Oh, what a pass from Pedro Porro there.
Give me a 4. Come on, guys, give me a 4. So far, I've got Mikey Moore, Papa Matsara, Romero.
What do you mean I'm having a laugh by suggesting Sar? Sar scored. Sar scored, and I think he's had a good game. Actually, he was solid.
Oh, it's a ball in. No!
Okay, well, there you go, boys. That's what we needed. That shows why we needed that second goal.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Fuck. I'm not putting up the man of the match poll yet. Oh, it's that guy Vargas. Is it offside? Come on. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look, Ski. Please say he's offside.
No.
He's on.
Unless we get another lucky decision in between Ben Davies and Romero. Kind of have to ask questions of Ben Davies and Romero. It's a perfect cross, to be fair, but Romero and Ben Davies have to do better. One of them have to.
One of them have to get close to him. He's just run in between the two of them there. One of them has to.
Yeah, your 2-0 has gone to waste, Ribsy. What's been given?
Oh, well, they were right. Your Paramount Plus were right about FERENCVAROS scoring eventually.
That was hilarious, though, that they made it 1-1.
That's it. Turn them the other way. Get them up the field. Oh, no. Stay switched on now, guys. Oh, no. They're going for a replica here. I don't believe it.
Well done, Romero.
Oh, well done, Romero.
Pedro, that's a foul, referee. Jesus,
well done,
man.
Johnson.
He just got killed off of the ball. Solanke.
Ref, that's another fucking free. Well done, Romero.
Well done, Romero.
Robbie.
What a beast.
Oh, wrong option.
Man.
You just got to feed it out to Mikey Moore.
Madison, we have 2 minutes here, man. What the hell are you even going for?
He's been
Madison, have some
useless.
fucking composure, please.
I was really hoping he'd come on and change. Well done. That's better, Madison. Into Solanke. Get turned. Ah, come on,
Solanke looks drunk.
For fuck's sake. Looks like he's had 3 beers. Fuck me.
Jesus, that's a terrible giveaway by Madison, though. We have 3 minutes left. We just need to control the game, man. What are you doing playing that pass?
That's 3 or 4 of them from Madison since he's come on.
It's just had a poor. We got upset with Basuma for the same thing. I mean, that's just as bad.
They're just going to lump this.
What is he doing? Putting pressure on ourselves like that. Vicario!
Oh, no, Vicario, for fuck's sake. Basuma gets it cleared. 2.5 minutes. Get after that ball. Get possession of it. Oh, it's another one that's come in. It's come all the way across. It's gone out for a goal kick.
Or it's a goal kick. Jeez, I'm pissed off at Madison for that.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with the 3 names for the poll, guys. I can't think of a 4th name, to be honest. So the poll is up, everybody. Get your votes in.
Romero just there, though, had sensational defending to help us win it back.
Yeah, and the
warrior tonight, Romero. I think he's had a spectacular game.
Yeah. Johnson,
good ball. Hold it up, Kulu. Take it to the corner flag. Sir.
Make them commit crimes. All the way back to Vic if we have to. Not there, Basuma, for fuck's sake. Why is it always undercooked with that fucking guy? Fuck me. We're trying to see out a game here and he's dawdling. He's not switched on. He's trying to be the most composed man in the room. It gives it away.
Solanke. Good job.
Well done.
Good
Oh,
touch.
great play.
Johnson, great play.
That's it, done.
Solanke just throws whoever that is to the ground.
Oh, corner kick, that'll do. Well done, Solanke.
Treated him like a rag doll there. Just absolutely threw that guy to the ground.
Jacko loves that.
Love to see this. Even time wasting now.
He's
from that
dislocated
guy.
his shoulder.
Oh my God, Solanke, you absolute tank.
He's dislocated the guy's shoulder.
What's he done here? He's just absolutely toyed with this
Get off
man.
me. It's beautiful from Solanke. A horse in motion. Fine racehorse he is.
Oh, this is great. Well done by Solanke. Great time wasting for us.
Mm.
It's 5 minutes up is now, referee, so might as well blow it.
Now let's get this corner. Let's see if we can score.
I don't need to have the corner. I'd be happy they just blow it so we don't get countered on.
But I hope so, because I'm that nervous now. I need to go to the toilet and strain the spuds. You know, it's making me that nervous right now. Let's get it over and done with. Blow it up. Madison asking for the full-time whistle. Surely this has got to be a short corner hole up at the flag.
Yeah.
I would like to see us go and score another, but needs must.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, get the big Dom over there. Have him hold it up.
Yeah, right on the corner. That's it. That's it, dummy. There we go. Look at that. Strong. That's not a corner. He's just kicked that straight to him. It's a fucking corner kick.
Pressure on Solanke.
Now, someone go and win this.
Win this, Basuma. Jump.
One of you jump. Rummy. There we go. That's it, Mikey Moore.
Good
That's
pressure, Mikey. Last sprints of the game. Good man.
That fucking sprint is crucial at that moment in time. Well done, Mikey Moore.
Well done, Mikey, again.
Well
Great
done.
work.
Please.
Great work, Solanke.
Go on, Madison. Oh, well done. Ref, that's assault. That's a red card if I've ever seen one. He's knocked him out clean cold there. Great acting, Madison. We'll get you a roll in Hollywood. Well done. Buying that free kick. It's been poor since it's come on, but one where we needed them. Yeah, that's a clothesline. That's a fucking clothesline there. That's the arm around. Oh, Lord. Right around the neck.
Mikey.
Come on, hurry up. I really do need to go piss. Thank you. I'll be back in 1 second, Jack.
Hey, 90 minutes, 2-1 to the boys. That's the win there, baby. Was a little sketchy towards the end there, but for the most part, it felt like Spurs just never really needed to get out of second gear. Kind of their manner in which they played sort of suggested that they didn't really want to get out of second gear. They kind of just wanted to cruise to a win. FERENCVAROS, for me, not really that strong of an outfit or that great. I'd argue even Karabakh were actually better than FERENCVAROS at the end of the day. And it was a convincing win for the most part. Wasn't really the prettiest or my favorite win of the season, but this is just getting over the line, just getting the job done type of performance from Spurs. And I think credit to Ange for giving guys like Mikey Moore, Will Lancashire the opportunity today. Job is done. I think this is exactly what you want. You know, this is sort of a win-win scenario where he gets to test out some of these younger players like Lancashire, like Mikey Moore. We get to see them. We get to see whether they can handle this type of level. I think Mikey Moore showed that he easily can. And then guys like Archie Gray, Bergvall, some of the other kind of younger talents, maybe even Pop Matasar, who's had, of course, plenty of minutes in the last season, but needs to get his opportunities when he can. He gets some minutes under his belt. I think a huge success for today. Wasn't like the most 4-0, 5-0 amazing performance by any means, but it wasn't terrible. And it was pretty solid for the most part from Spurs. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad we just got over the line. That's now 6 points from 2 games. If we get another win, I think the Europa League probably should be able to then secure our spot for the next round. And then we don't have to go into the playoffs, because that's one of the things we have to avoid. To the best of our ability, we have to avoid those Europa League playoffs, because you don't want to have to play unnecessary extra games. But a good display from majority of the players tonight. And I think even Romero, who had to make a shift and who had to push himself to play for this game, he actually had a really good game defensively. Pedro Porro also had to be pushed as well. He had to put in some extra minutes that maybe he would not have wanted to. He played really well, really solid. Vicario didn't have that much to deal with at the end of the day. And to be honest, Dave, it wasn't, the best win of the season, but it's getting job done, get over the line, walk out there with 3 points, however way you want to do it. And Spurs have done that. And I'd agree that Adrian Chia's super chat from earlier it's not like we really got out of second gear or anything like that. It was that type of performance. It was just kind of get the job done, boys, move on, go into Sunday against Brighton, hopefully with everyone fit and everyone feeling at least to a degree pretty rested. And I think we achieved that today. I think we achieved a lot of things with this win tonight.
No, look, Jack, all you wanted coming into these two games against Karabag and FERENCVAROS was to take 6 points. We've done that. We've took maximum points. You know, I think we sit second or third in the Europa League group as it stands right now after tonight's win, which is good maximum points. And I think, you know, okay, it was a bit dicey there towards the end, and you know, if you want to be pessimistic, you could look at it and go, "Oh, we're hanging on against Ferencvaros." But when you take our last 3 European campaigns, and I'll list off the results that we've had away from home again, we've lost to AC Milan, we've lost to Sporting Lisbon, we've lost to Zagreb, we've lost to Patros de Vera, Vitesse Arnhem, NS Mora, and Drew at Lask. You know, to show some bottle and nerve, to hold on there at the end and not allow another one of these results away from home. I'm just hoping this can be another Coventry moment for us away from home in Cups, where you just get over the line by hook or crook. You know, it's not the most pleasant, it's not the most easiest on the eye, but you get over the line, and now hopefully they've got that away win in Europe off their back. Now hopefully you'll see a bit more confidence in these sort of games away from home, because if you are a player, even these players going out there tonight, it does play on your mind. They don't want to be associated with what's gone on in years gone by. They want to set a new precedent. So it was important to get over the line in that aspect. You know, with the starting lineup, a lot of people said it was a huge risk, and if Ange would have lost, you know, there would have been serious questions about it. Well, we won. We got the job done. I think Mikey Moore is absolutely superb today. Probably looked like the most senior and composed player on the pitch. And I don't, like, you know, some people may say, Dave, you're taking that out of, you know, you're exaggerating a little bit. I don't think I am. Every time the guy touched the ball, he had acres of space. It shows how good the guy is. You know, it was the 2 goals were sparked off him playing that ball that no one else wanted to play. The first one tried to play that ball through to Will Lancashire, bobbled around, we got our luck. That second one, again, played that ball in behind Solanke, bobbled around, we got our luck. You know, so fair play to the kid, and he could have almost come off with a hat-trick, you know, if Werner would have took his. So I thought he was absolutely unbelievable tonight, and has done himself, you know, no harm tonight in showing that he deserves to get more minutes next time off the bench. Someone like a Timo Werner, and against Brighton at the weekend, great performance. Will Lancashire, to a degree, I thought had a decent night. You know, again, he had 2 good chances. As a striker, ideally, you want to be taking them. But, you know, it's invaluable minutes for him. Bergvall, I thought, was a little bit disappointing tonight. But one thing I will say for the kid is that he works his nuts off. He's not one of them players that if you're not in possession, you know, he's out of the game altogether. He'll get in there. He'll muck in. Good, valuable minutes away from these guys away from home. Archie Gray, you know, good in possession and more valuable minutes for him. Look, obviously, against better sides, that left-hand side of Werner and Davies, that'll have to be switched up. You're not going to get away with that against better teams. The Ferencvaros can nearly expose what other teams will. But look, it's 3 points on the board. That's now 5 wins on the bounce. No one thought this would happen when we were going into the Coventry game, you know, really down and stuff like that. So we roll on. Hopefully we can get a decent result against Brighton, and we go into the international break happy. Look, I know some people may pull out the performance, but at the end of the day, it's about getting the points on the board, and we've done that.
More wins on the board. That's a great way to look at it, right? And that's all that needed to happen today was we just need to get another win, continue this winning streak, continue this rich vein of winning form, and wanted to probably see, some of the younger players be given a chance, be given a minutes, because we are a little thin at the moment with the squad. So there needed to be some players that had to step up today who maybe don't play that often, or you needed to look at some of the younger players to give them a chance. And I think Ange Postecoglou got that lineup absolutely spot on for the most part. And I think he's been rewarded for the opportunity that he gave to Mikey Moore, who, in my opinion, had a great game. And then he also kept some experience on in the case of Christian Romero and some other players like Vicario. Like Vicario was probably a necessary player for a game like this because he didn't have to deal with all that much, but just even having him there for passing out from the back or just any sort of pop shots that were hit at him, Fraser Forster probably would have made a lot harder work of that than Vicario, who kind of just fell on top of them, made it kind of easy. And so I think Ange got the lineup right. He gave opportunities to the youngsters and they took their chance and they played pretty well for the most part. And then he also then brought on the bigger guns to see out the performance. So actually, if you look at it from a management perspective, I think Ange Postecoglou actually did a very good job today for handling the situation. Also, when he saw that there was a sign that maybe Ferencvaros could have snuck one, maybe and equalized and could have taken away the 3 points from us, he put on the bigger guns to make sure that he could see the game out. And credit to him for that. a lot of
bringing on
successes, a lot of really well managed by Panj Postecoglou today.
bringing on Solanke for Lancashire was the masterstroke. For a while there, we weren't able to hold the ball up front. It kept on coming back. Bringing on Solanke alleviated that a little bit. So that was a good substitution. But you know, at Spurs, we don't like rotations because we tend to know what sort of comes with rotations. But the more these guys are put out there playing together, the more they're going to build up to be a good sort of semi-decent cohesive team, which means we will get better performances in these sort of games going forward. And one thing I'm delighted about is because at Spurs, we sort of tended wanted as fans to see the same 11 all the time because we know what would happen. And I think it's good now that we're starting to get to a point and building a little bit of confidence in some of the backup players that we now have in the squad, which I think is a good turning point for us as fans at Tottenham Hotspur, because that hasn't been the case in years gone by. And the more they win games, the more they're going to get, the more games they're going to get, the more opportunities there is for them, but also the more trust they earn from the manager. And the last thing I will say that I think shouldn't really go understated is, in years gone by, we've relied on Harry Kane, and then since Harry Kane, we've relied on Son to drag us out of this shit. We've gone 2 away games now, one at Old Trafford and one away from home in Europe, where we've had serious problems before, and have relied on these individuals to drag us out of the shit. We've now got 2 wins without our best player, and when he comes back and hits this ground running and gets fit and firing again, that forward line is going to be even more better, even more devastating. And I think that's the good thing, that other players now are not relying on, Son all the time. They're starting to step up, which is good. Brennan Johnson, 5 and 5. Amazing.
Yeah, Johnson. Yeah, I hope someone sent in a super chat about him or even a comment in general, because honestly, I'm the apology form is at some point probably going to have to be written by myself, especially. And what was funny, Dave, you missed this last night, but Daniel Larson, before we get to Dark Sun G here, Daniel Larson actually had his apology form written out already from last night, which I just think is terrific from Daniel Larson, a great sense of humor, and the job done. And I love the Europa League. We get to see opportunities for youngsters like this, and a great win, it feels like, considering, the fact that we gave the youngsters this chance. But Dark Sun G from earlier saying Johnson is finally showing his worth. Come on, you Spurs. Son must be proud that we are winning games without him. This is the Johnson we paid for. More full time was great. I think the fact that he got 90 minutes, Mikey Moore, is great. But with Johnson, Dark Sun G, I feel like this period of scoring form for him is about as clutch as that time when Richarlison came through for us. Because when Sonny went out for that period to play for Korea during the Asian Games or during that tournament mid-season, and Richarlison was told by Sonny, listen, I need you to step up for me. I need you to start banging in the goals while I'm gone. And Richarlison did that and more. And I think Johnson is actually doing pretty much the same thing here and is really showing up in the clutch for us, because we also had kind of a confidence issue when it came to scoring our chances in front of goal. And Johnson picked himself up, decided to take responsibility, be accountable as well. And he's putting away these chances, and he's getting really close as well with some of his efforts. He's not really even wasting them. When he does miss, he's hitting the post. He's practically painting the post with some of these shots every time. And I'm really liking this from Johnson, because it's not like he's scoring the 5th goal in a 5-0 win or something like that. He's scoring clutch goals when we need him to, and credit to this guy. And Dave, I'd kind of liken it to that period when Richarlison scored for us last season, where we needed someone to step up, needed someone to put in the goals. And I think Johnson is doing something very similar, if not better, than what Richarlison did last season for us.
No, 100%. I think when you look at it, Johnson's a player that's, he's got confidence running through his veins right now. A couple of weeks ago, them opportunities, he would have been shanking, he would have been spurning. Now that he's found the back of the net against, Coventry, he just hasn't looked back. He keeps finding the net ever since. And you can see it now. His first touch where he's teeing himself up for that shot is so much better than what he used to be. And that's what's actually giving him them opportunities and helping him strike the ball a lot cleaner. It's that first touch he's setting himself up with. It's something that I highlighted him in weeks, in the first few weeks of the season. It's that ball that he's setting himself up with that's not right for his shot. Now he's getting that a lot better, and he's become a lot more clinical. And look, he's stepping up, Jack. This is what we needed when we brought the likes of Johnson, when we bring in the likes of Solanke, even Werner. We need these guys to step up to the plate. We can't bring them in and just still go, there you are, son, go and dig us out of the shit all the time. And it's good to see Johnson's finally getting it. Maybe him taking himself off social media, away from all of the noise and just concentrating on his game, has massively helped him as well, to a large degree. And look, I think the best thing as a player you can do when fans, have a bit of criticism for you, and I mean the right criticism. I'm not even going to give the other criticism the time of day because it's stupid and it should never happen. But the right criticism in terms of his game, the best thing you can do as a player, instead of hitting back at the fans and demanding patience and saying you're wrong, this, that, and the other, is take it on board, go and work on your game and come back with the right answers. And that's why he's earned the right when he scores to walk around shushing people, because he's earned it. And long may it continue. It looks like the kid is finally starting to get it, and that goal against Man United at Old Trafford, that takes that hoodoo off his back against the big teams. It answers that question a little bit. And long may it continue. He's a man in form, and if he can continue this run, I might sign that apology for myself.
And we know that with Dave, right, it takes a lot of red tape and yellow tape for him to eventually get it. But once he even suggests that he might be, that's good signs that the player must be playing very, very well. And nearly, by the way, 700 in the house. So if you can for us, everybody, we just want to say thank you for picking us as your watch along destination. But smash that like button for us. Would love to be able to get to at least 50%. Wish it could be 500%. That's what I was about to say. But 50% of you guys to be able to smash the like button, get it over the line for us. But we're really appreciative of you guys for picking us as your watch along destination. And thank you to Johnson for putting this out of sight and out of doubt for us. That was getting a little sketchy there. Thanks to Johnson.
Yeah.
Dark Sun G saying really happy that Johnson won it for us again, in as well as in the Carabao. Listen, Europa League, he's just taken off a lot of pressure because I was getting nervy, Dark Sun G, and Johnson saved us. And then in the Coventry City game, ice cold finish from him in that one, and he also saved us from embarrassment. So you could argue 2 times now in recent weeks that Johnson has saved us from maybe some potential embarrassment, actually. So credit to him. Like I said, they haven't been, easy goals or anything. They've been very clutch goals, and he's almost channeling his own ice cold Brendan right now with the way that he's putting these in the back of the net just when we need him to. El Dante saying, honestly, to give Lancashire, Bergbaum, Mikey Moore a start, and with Gray at the back, and a win away in Europe, you have to love that. Come on, you Spurs. El Dante seems to really be enjoying that, Dave. And yes, it wasn't the most amazing win or anything like that. But considering the circumstances, considering the fact that Ange Postecoglou had to roll out with a very different lineup in order to give people a rest and also give some other people an opportunity, I think this is, a very realistic way to, in an ideal world, if you want to come up with a realistic way that you could see Spurs winning this, I think everything went according to plan for Ange Postecoglou. And like I said, really well managed, good team selection, gave some people their chance and their opportunity. Most of them took it. And I'm really happy with today's win. It's not a 5-1 win or something like that where we're just bouncing off the walls, but a very professional performance and really fair play to Ange Postecoglou for giving a lot of these guys the opportunity, giving them that chance and showing that faith.
No, 100%. And look, the main thing for me, Jack, is just getting that hoodoo off our back. 3 years in Europe where we've suffered horrific defeats that we should never have taken in years gone by. Sometimes you just got to get over the line and get that result. And, it's good to see us actually rock up to games that should be routine wins and actually winning them. That's the main thing about it for me in years gone by. Even today's game, the Carabao game, you see it. We're going into the game. People are telling me about their history in Hungary, why we need to respect them. And it's like, yeah, but if you put Tottenham in the Hungary League, we'd win 20 times the amount of trophies. You know what I mean? And I'm just sick of us having to show respect to teams that we shouldn't have to show respect to. Part of being a big team and being the best is having that arrogance, is having that swagger. Us fan base, it's about time we start getting that back. But also these players too. You don't become the best if you're constantly worried about other people. That's why you always fall short. At some point, you got to look at teams and go, yeah, that should be an easy 3 points. Take that, move on. Let's go into the bigger game. And hopefully we can start finding that sort of rhythm under Ange Postecoglou, because that's what we really do need as Tottenham to really get over the line. We do really need that mentality shift, that whole mentality change right throughout the club, which will spread into the fan base rather than, because even when we make a cup final, everyone rocks up to the cup final sort of nervous, and it sort of tends to lead one way. They do say, if you think about something, the inevitable is going to happen. And it's sort of like we do need that mentality shift. And it starts on nights like these where you put some of them miserable performances and results that really cut us deep down, because although we show these teams, or people show these teams respect going into the game, if you drop points against them, you are sitting there scratching your head. How the fuck do we drop points to these? So it's about earning respect, and we're starting to do that. Look, I don't think Postecoglou will be happy with everything tonight. I think he will give them a bit of a rollicking up the hole in terms of how wasteful we were going forward with some of the great positions, breakaways we found ourselves in. We were very wasteful, allowed them to turn the ball over and get chances off the back of it. That is something, as a manager, Postecoglou will, continue to be into them. You've got to be clinical. But as a fan, it's job done, and it's just nice to see us not be the laughing stock of Europe midweek, and then also be the laughing stock on the weekend.
Yeah, well said there. Big up, El Dante. Looks like you're happy with that performance, and I think you should be for the most part. And especially seeing the youngsters be given the chance just was a lot of fun to see. It gave me, a lot of excitement going into this game, and I think they repaid it. Dark Sun G saying Gray played great as a left back and as a left-sided center back. Like I said, since we got rid of the Deadwood, our rotation was successful. Moore and Lancashire, great return of the super sub. Johnson really, he has been this. He's now a super starter and he's a super sub, Brennan Johnson, in recent games. In the case of also Archie Gray, I will say I'm actually surprised to see that there's some people who are pretty critical of him, from this game, because I was actually more critical of him in the Karabag game, because I felt in the Karabag game he did get caught out a bit defensively in that one, kind of out on the wings. But in this one, I don't think he nearly did as much. And also when he plays at center back, he looks actually more comfortable playing as a center back than he even really does, to my opinion, as a left back. But in possession, the kid is quality. Like, some of the passes that he makes out from the back, he's playing similar passes to Romero. And I really rate Romero's ability to pass out from the back. And I thought Archie Gray showed similar composure, but also was willing to try things. He wasn't just passing it sideways for the sake of it. He was looking to hit the ball over the top. He was looking to find other players, break the lines. And some of the runs that he even made out from the back, playing out from under pressure, he was really good in possession today. And for the most part, he was pretty good defensively. I think he had a better defensive performance today than he did against Karabag, in my opinion. So really good performance for me from Archie Gray. And I'm happy to give guys like him an opportunity, happy to give guys like Bergvall an opportunity as well. Give these young kids a chance, let them develop, let them get their opportunities. And these are the games to do that. And I think they've been taking them pretty well for the most part. So I'm really happy with that performance, Darkson G, from especially Gray. And like you say there, in your other super chat, he goes on to say, Gray played better than I've ever seen Sanchez or Dyer at center back, as well as Sessegnon at left back. Sarr played better than Winks, Skip would at center mid. I think Sarr actually deserves some praise for today. I think he's been really good in Europe so far. And he also says Bergvall played better than I've seen Tonki or Lo Celso ever play in Europe at the creative mid positions. And that's what he's probably referring to, Dave, is these younger players, these younger talents that we have actually played with more, want. They play with more hunger. They play with more desire than some of the guys like Sanchez or Winks or Skip ever did. Whenever maybe Skip, did try, but it just didn't lack the quality, let's say. But I really like these rotation options. That's Dark Sun G's point. I like them a lot more than the ones we used to have.
And look, this is the point I was trying to get to under Conte and Jose, when I was saying, look, turn to some of these youngsters, give them the opportunity. What have you got to lose? Because at the end of the day, hunger, desire can, especially when you're relying on lads that just, players like that he's mentioned there, Daxon G, that just didn't want to be out there. They almost thought they were too good to be in that situation. They were almost embarrassed to go out there and play them fixtures. Having someone young and hungry, that's willing to put in the effort like Mikey Moore does today, can drag you across the line. It can be infectious, and that's what I was always trying to say to people in years gone by when I was asking for this to happen, that, this is what they can do. They can provide that freshness, that energy, that hunger and desire. And once they lead the way and once they're doing it, any other senior player that's out there, if they're not pulling their weight, they're badly exposed by that player. So they have no option, if they don't want to be exposed like that, but to follow the young guy's lead. And then, hopefully we get to that point. You look at someone like Mikey Moore today, he dragged us forward. He's the one that, great play by him that led to both goals. And that's just what I'm talking about. It can be infectious. We should never get into a period again where we're sitting there begging players that are 26, 27 years of age, in their prime, representing their countries, begging them to put in an ounce of effort. My mum doesn't even watch football. And I remember she texts me after a game, and like this is when I was just like, yeah, this is done. She goes, Dave, they're not even trying out there. They're just not running around, nothing, And that's when I was like, you know what, holy shit, if my ma can see that, then it's absolutely disastrous. And she was absolutely spot on, and she knows nothing about football. And then you see players out there today. Okay, we weren't the best in possession in terms of cutting them open, but they ran their socks off. They got in there to try and turn ball over, make it hard for Ferencvaros to a large degree when they're in possession. And that's all we've ever wanted from these guys when they step in. Yeah, they're going to lose games. Yeah, they're not going to be perfect, but at least show us a bit of fucking energy, heart, and passion, and it
Yeah.
goes a long way. And that's what we've seen from today's game. Archie Gray, look, I don't think people should, pull this guy out for a lot of criticism. You got to remember, this kid is 18 years of age. He's making a step up from the Championship into Premier League and into European football. It's a different level altogether. It's a lot faster. It's a lot quicker, and you're coming up against a lot more technical players.
Yeah.
One switch off, you can be punished. You've also got to remember, yeah, he's played right back at Leeds. He's never played in a line that sits this high. It's all new to him. He's 18 years of age. This is what these games are for. Is for him to get exposed to the system, get exposed to the lineup, and find out a way then after that to make himself fit into this lineup without being exposed. It's a learning curve. That's what these games are for. You can use these games to get players out there for this reason, but also should have enough to be able to go on and win it if you've got the right players mixed in with it. So for Archie Green, you got to remember, I feel sorry to kid for a degree because we've brought him in here, and because of our deficiencies across the back line, he's playing right back and centre back and even left back tonight, which shouldn't be the case for a young 18-year-old. He won't mind himself personally. All he wants is the minutes and the opportunities. He's getting them. But everyone around the club says it. They see him as a future central midfielder, but he's not going to get that opportunity there at all this season. I laugh. I see people in their predicted lineup, Archie Gray, CDM, and it's like, what do you not understand? He's covering Pedro Porro right back. That's where he's going to play. And it won't be until next season where he can really showcase what he's about. But when you look at his game today, yeah, okay, he's suspect in behind. But on the ball, he's absolutely brilliant. You put him in that CDM role, I think, you're looking at a different player and talking about different performances altogether.
And just credit to him that he can even fill in and try his best in so many different positions as well, Dark Sun G. That is credit to Mikey Moore, or not Mikey Moore's, Archie Gray's mentality, as well as his desire. He wants to play minutes and he wants to get opportunities. And if that means he has to play in a position that he's totally not comfortable in, fair play to him, because he's done a pretty good job at that so far. And he is just showing a lot of maturity as a player. And Jacob Anderson, I saw as well. Good to see you in the chat. He's saying, I'm glad a lot of the guys got rest today, and our young guys did so well. A win is a win, and Spurs march on. I would definitely agree with you there, Jacob Anderson. And also good to see you in the house with us and appreciate your support, my friend. But also we had some other comments, I believe, from after El Dante and Dark Sun G. There was another one from MV Joker Davis. Big up to MV Joker Davis saying, sketchy win, but we move on. Come on, you Spurs. Davo rush later this week. Mikey will carry. Big up, Davo and Jack. Dave, you going to be playing any rush with Edward?
Yeah, I'll get on that somewhere, at some point. Look, I haven't really been able to play a load of or as much as I really would like actually to play a FIFA, to be brutally honest. I've had things going on in that, but yeah, look, I'm sure I know who is it? Berbatov halftime smoke is looking for a game and that as well. So yeah, look, we'll put something together maybe Sunday evening after the Brighton game once all the work is done here. Maybe we can play a bit of rush together or something like that, Eddie, for sure. Look, in terms of a scrappy win, sometimes that's what you need. They're not all going to be, playing sexy, but even when you're not at your best, they do say you just got to win and keep the momentum going. That's what we've done here tonight.
Yeah, and that's what I've said before with Ange Postecoglou, Edward, that I feel like he does need a few more of these kind of scrape by, get the job done type of wins. And that was definitely one of those tonight where we pretty much didn't need to get out of second gear. We just needed to get over the line, get the win, get the job done. And he absolutely did that. And it was very well managed by Ange. Like Dave said, he brought on Solanke when it made a lot of sense, brought on some of the bigger guns when things started to look a little sketchy. So he dealt with it as best he could when things were sketchy. I think he did the best he could as a manager to try to see the things out. So I'm credit to Ange on that with some of the tactical substitutions that he made today. And also credit to him for giving some of these younger guys a chance and these rotation options and opportunity. Really well done by Ange today. And I'll try to get on the FIFA when I can. I'm looking forward to playing with you as well as some others, Edward. And great to see Mikey as well. I think Mikey should be given, if Sonny isn't available for the Brighton game, and we can't play anybody else on that left wing, or, it has to be either Timo Werner or Mikey Moore, I think you got to give Mikey Moore the chance
That's why
against
Werner was
Brighton.
brought off early today, though, Jack. That's why I have a sinking feeling.
Yeah,
That's why
maybe.
Werner's brought off early to have him for that Brighton game.
Yeah, that would be a shame, because I think at this point in time, it's just the writing's on the wall with Timo Weenie. But big up to you, Edward, and thank you for the support.
Big
And
up, Ed.
sketchy win, yes, but I've seen sketchier wins. Believe me, I've seen sketchier ones than that. I think for the most part, that was relatively in control. Relatively. Dark Sun G
Look, Eddie.
says, "Yeah, what were we gonna
Look,
say? Yeah."
look, Eddie. We're usually sitting here bemoaning, going mad, blood pressure high, because we usually lose these sort of games or get turned over. We're sitting here talking about a win. Let's just enjoy it. 5 on
Hmm.
the bounce, baby.
I
Three
know it.
clean sheets on. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, that's ruined. But 5 wins on the bounce.
And Edward, though, he knows how to celebrate a win. I know he's got the happy
Yeah.
clapper in him, just like me. Dark Sun G says, hopefully, once Richarlison returns, he takes Werner's spot. Yeah. I'd rather see
That'd
Richarlison
be
for a
nice.
few reasons, because he could give Solanke some relief, or also offer some competition to the rest of the forward
Mm.
line, right? He could fill in at left wing if need be. He could fill in on the right if that's necessary. He's a guy that can play across the forward line. He'll do a job for you out there as well, right? It's not going to be totally pretty, but he will do a job for you. He'll work hard off of the ball, just like Solanke does, and he can be something different to Werner. And as much as people don't rate Richarlison's finishing, I'm pretty sure he would have finished at least one of those chances
I
that
would have buried
that
one of
Timo
them.
Werner, he would have buried at least one of
Yeah.
those. So I think it's an easy trade off there, and I'd agree with Dark G. It's going to be good to get Richie back, and he's out on the grass, so let's hope that he can come as soon as
Fingers
possible.
crossed.
Yeah.
It'd be emotional to see him get back in the Tottenham jersey with the journey he's been through over the last 2 years.
Yeah, a lot of struggles, Dark Sun G, but you have been a big supporter of his. Dave's been a big supporter of his. I've been a big supporter of his. And we really want to see him back out on that pitch, because he would be a great rotation option, for this team. And Dark Sun G says, Johnson, 5 goals so far, 2 winners, Coventry and today, both important competitions in the Europa as well as in the Carabao Cup. 2 first goals of the match as well, with Carabao and Man United. A goal
Mm.
take the lead as well against Brentford. I think Dark Sun G is kind of touching on what I was saying to him earlier, Dave, that Johnson's goals, the past 5 that he scored, none of them have been, like I said, the 4th goal in a 4-0 win or something like
Mm.
that, or the 3rd goal in a 3-0 win. I mean, I don't want to throw down my man Solanke, but even that poacher's goal that he picked up against Man United, the game was probably already well and won by that point. So it is kind of just adding on to your stats there. It's not like Johnson's been stat padding or anything. He's scored some really clutch goals for us so far in this little run of his. So fair play to him for scoring the goals, right? You got to score the goals when they're given to you, given those chances. But he is taking some really, some composure. He's showing that lethal edge. He's showing he can be ice cold Brennan and score some very clutch goals for us.
Well, that's the thing. It's the timing of the goals. Tonight we needed that second goal to kill the game. Coventry, we needed that goal to go and win the game. It's the timing of these goals that we're talking about, where it sort of helps Tottenham. It's not where he's coming in and then adding in the 3rd and the 4th goal and stat padding, like Jack said. He's stepping up in the clutch moments, in the big moments, which is what we need from our forward players, and fair play to Brennan Johnson. It's all we ask for, and long may it continue.
Yeah, very clutch goals, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that you've given all 5 examples of them, and that was something I was thinking about when I was talking to you earlier, Dark Sun G, with some of those. And then he also says Winks and Dyer played only for a spot in the England team, unlike Gray and Sarr, who played for us fans and the badge. Gray also played decently at center back during preseason
Mm.
and was class. I think Gray actually has looked weirdly more comfortable as a center back than he has as a fullback in this system. And that might just be because of the high line. Maybe for the high line, it's easier for him to track back, check the runners, make sure that
You're
he's
not as
holding the
exposed
line.
at centre back either, though.
Yeah, maybe you're not as exposed. And, then you can take advantage more of his ability in possession as well. Because if you give him time on the ball, kind of playing in sort of more or less the center of the pitch, playing as a center back, you can really take advantage of what he can do in possession. Where playing as more of a fullback, he has to have some question marks asked of him defensively. I think he's working on that part of his game. And then maybe in possession, you kind of limit him, because the view and kind of the scope of some of the passes available to you do get really limited when you play more as a fullback. So he actually might be better suited for the center back role for at least right now than he is maybe as a fullback, but the fact that he even can just do a job, put in a shift in any of these positions, fair play to the kid for being 18 years of age. And he's doing what I've asked for a long time with some of these players, just to put in a shift, just do a job for us. Doesn't need to be pretty, doesn't need to be the best performance I've ever seen, but at least just put in a shift. And he's done that on a couple of occasions now, if not more than that, Dark Sun G. So fair play to him. And when it comes to Winks and Dyer, talking about, oh, I'm playing so I can get back into the England squad, I did find that always a bit confusing and perplexing because their Spurs spot was always at risk. It felt like there was always someone that was taking away their starting role in the Spurs team, but that didn't seem to matter to them. It was more about getting back in the England team than really, getting back into the Spurs team. So you do have to question perhaps maybe their motivations in the past. Whereas guys like Sarr, guy like Gray, all these guys, Bergvall, who's really frustrated to be taken off. These guys are hungry. They want to play minutes. They want to be able to play some football for this club. And you have to rate that. You have to respect that about them. I really agree. And as well, Dark Sun G says Winks scored one lucky goal in the Europa League while Sarr scored 2 goals. That was important for the momentum of the game. I hope Johnson and Dominic Solanke can score versus Brighton. I do expect Johnson or Solanke to get on the end of things versus Brighton. And then when it comes to Potmat Sarr, Dave, I actually think he's had a good job. I think he's done a great job so far in the in the Europa League. I think he scored the 2 necessary goals. In the first game, he played a part in all 3 goals where he helped win the ball back for the first one. That's Johnson scored, that Solanke got the assist for. The second goal, he scored from a set piece. And then the third goal, he made that run in behind to stretch the defensive Karabag and then brought Sonny into play to have that shot, which Solanke eventually scored. And then today, I think he had a good job defensively, was good in possession for the most part, and got his goal. And it was a fine take and finish. So Sarr is proven to be very useful in this European competition.
No, look, I know Sarr has been a frustration to many, so far this season and maybe the back end of last season as well. But, I've always pointed out that he does have all-around attributes that if he could tie together, we could have a very, very, very good midfielder on our hands, in the next 4 to 5 years. But I also think in these sort of games, he almost emerges as a leader and he's getting him scoring them goals because he has that experience under his belt where we relied on him a lot last season. He has a lot of game time under his belt. So when he comes into these sort of games, it's not like he's using them to gain experience. He's already got that experience. He's using them to try and break into that first 11, and that's what it's all about. And, fair play to Papa Sarr. That's 2 and 2. All you can keep doing is taking your opportunities. He's been sensational in midfield as well, out of possession in the press. He's absolutely relentless. He does a lot of running. He does a lot of other people's running as well and makes it hard. He's absolutely key, in that press tonight. You go back and watch it. Anytime they had the midfield pass on, Papa Sarr made up the ground to press it and sometimes force them to go along. And long may it continue. That's what the experience does, and that's what we need to give Mikey Moore, Will Lancashire, Bergvall, Gray. We need to give them that exposure to this football. We need to give them this experience because, in the next couple of years, we would be able to sustain cup runs alongside league runs if we can keep hold of all these players and be able to give them their minutes. And fair play to Papa Sarr. Don't get me wrong. I still think he's got more to show. I still think he needs to tie his game together and be a bit more better in possession. You look back at the game tonight, there was times where the ball was at his feet when we were breaking away and it almost slowed down or was cut out at his feet sometimes, because of poor touches and stuff. And that is one thing he needs to become better at. But keep giving him these game times. Eventually, his whole game is going to come together.
Yeah, and appreciate the support, Dark Sun G. Gessler Toon saying, thanks for the watch along, boys. Great call as usual. Glad Bergvall got his chance to see what he has to work on. You can't buy experience. No, and you have to give a lot of these guys experience, Gessler Toon, and this is the game to do that. Ricardo saying, I'll be honest, great to see so many youngsters start, but I don't agree with playing them all from the start. A lot of pressure away from home. I mean, I thought Lancashire did pretty good considering the pressure. I don't think he was that much of a distraction or that much of a detractor from the performance. I think giving Mikey Moore a chance like that was very, very well taken by him. And I think he showed to be very good going forward. And he was actually, in my opinion, the man of the match. Guys like Bergvall, everyone's been calling for him to get some minutes and be given opportunities. And same thing with Archie Gray. I think they've all been kind of called for to be given minutes and be given opportunities. And this was the one to do so. So I'd actually tend to disagree with you on this, Ricardo. I think this worked out for Ange for the most part. And I think this worked out for the team. And you have to give these younger players a chance. That's what we're building here at Spurs. We're building a very young talent pool of guys that need to be given chances. And if they take them, that's great for us because they're all supposed to be very, very talented. And at one point, we'll be the guys carrying us on to hopefully success and trophies and, success down the road. And we have to give them minutes. We can't just continue to roll out the same team week and week after week. It's a team game. It's a squad game. And you need to give everyone, I think, chances, in my opinion. Jacob Anderson saying, I would completely feel confident with Johnson and Odebear on the right wing and Son and Moore on our left wing. So I think after this season, Werner should go. We also have another young winger coming through January. I think the Odebear injury was a big, hit to us. And having Sonny out at the same time was another big hit because Odebear was supposed to be the competition for Johnson. And again, fair play to Johnson because he's scoring the goals now pretty much when he has no competition out on that right wing. So you could maybe, if you were a more selfish player, you could think about, not needing to push yourself that much because it's not like you have anybody breathing down your neck or anything right now. But Johnson doesn't need to do that. He's accountable for himself and he's scoring the chances and he's really showing up for us. He's been very, very clutch. So I'd agree, Jacob, that maybe that is the future look at, so the team in general is the fact that you can have Sonny and Mikey Moore as the very here and now player with Sonny, and then the guy of the future and Mikey Moore. And then in the case of Johnson and Odebear, you have someone maybe more for the here and now in Johnson, and then someone who's also kind of more for the future, like a Wilson Odebear. And I wouldn't be too dissatisfied with that. I think that's actually quite realistic for Spurs at the end of the day. And there could be some other additions made in other areas of the pitch. One could argue that maybe Basuma, once again, maybe didn't have the best of performances today. I still rate Basuma, but this was kind of one of those performances that you do maybe hope that Ange Postecoglou now sees the difference between him and Bentancur. Bentancur, class and very... Yeah, it doesn't lose the ball. Didn't make any mistakes really at all versus Manchester United. Really good sort of tempo setting. Didn't, dwindle on the ball too much or anything like that. Dawdle on the ball. Was really good in winning the ball back for us. Didn't have any sloppy giveaways. I think the difference between Bentancur and Basuma, it could just be two periods in form. Maybe Basuma's falling a bit out of form while Bentancur isn't and is gaining form. But the difference in their two performances today, one versus Manchester United away from home, and then this one versus FERENCVAROS away from home, you'd argue that Bentancur just kind of oozed class and Basuma maybe not so much.
With Basuma, Jack, he just takes too much risk in possession, and more often than not, he does a lot of great things followed by an under-hit pass. And it undoes everything we do. And when he's the one undercooking that pass, it leaves us exposed. When Bentancur's in there, very rarely does he get caught out with losing that possession, trying to thread it through. And you also don't see him on the ball having to take on 3 or 4 people like Basuma does. I feel like almost Basuma does too much at times. If he just simplified his game a little bit, I think he'd become a lot more effective. I do understand the frustration. Look, don't get me wrong. I think there's an absolute talented player in there. Like I said, I'd rather see him in the number 8 role, take the defensive responsibility off him altogether and sort of free him up to go forward. I think that's where he's going to affect the game a lot more for Tottenham. But, as a CDM, he just takes too much risk. He invites too much pressure on himself. With Bentancur, again, he gets on the ball. He's so much time. Even if he doesn't, he takes that one touch away from the pressure and passes it off, whereas Basuma almost forces it into the pressure, and it's just stupid moves by Basuma. But look, that's the good thing about having Bentancur back and playing at his best right now. It breeds competition. Competition will only breed better performances, and hopefully long may it continue. I do think though that's Bentancur's place solidified for the game against Brighton. So Basuma, he's going to have to do a place on the bench there.
For the time being for this season, I do think Basuma is a fine backup to have. I still rate Basuma pretty highly, and I think he is a good backup to have for someone like Bentancur. But the difference in the manner in their performances do really kind of compare quite well, I think, in this one, where Bentancur, like I said, practically didn't put a foot wrong. I even went as high to say it was almost reminding me of a Rodri kind of Man City style performance in the number 6 role that Bentancur had. And the Basuma today, he had some really good moments where you do see how good he is and how talented he's supposed to be. But he just has these sloppy moments of just kind of bad giveaways or just kind of maybe doing something a bit too... His thing is sometimes he just does a little too much where you just need to lay it off, simple pass, but he'll take an extra 2 or 3 touches that he doesn't need to, or he'll try to slip it through someone's legs, to show off a little bit when he doesn't need to. And it's kind of times like that, and maybe even the pass, right, is the right pass, but he doesn't put any zip behind it, and it ends up being intercepted when he easily could have completed that pass. And it's just kind of little moments like that Bentancur, at least in recent games, has, really not shown that at all. He's just executing everything almost perfectly. And then Bissouma, not so much. It's kind of just, Dave, you kind of said this before, Bissouma's like a bit of vibes, the way that he kind of plays. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like a guy that is really good at football, but maybe doesn't fully, kind of concentrate the whole time, really. And kind of like you would if you were just playing five-a-side or something with your mates or something like that. You're going to have these lapses in concentration. And I think Bissouma showed that today. And let's be honest, FERENCVAROS nowhere near as good as Manchester United. And Bentancur's performance was far more complete than Bissouma's. And Bissouma should have probably had a better game. And then Timo Werner is the other big takeaway, which I'm pretty sure plenty of people have spoke about in the chat, that Timo Werner shouldn't play against Brighton, Dave. I mean, it's probably one of the big takeaways from this game. I just don't think he should play against Brighton. I think that would be a big mistake.
I think the fact that Mikey Moore stayed out for the full 90 minutes and Timo Werner got hooked, because he hooked Lancashire, he could have took more off with him and used the excuse of the youngsters and he wanted more experienced players out there. He didn't. He kept Mikey Moore out there. Probably shows in long run going forward, Mikey Moore has done enough to get himself in the team ahead of Timo Werner. However, the fact that Moore played 90 minutes, you've seen a ball was played in behind for him. I think if that was early in the game, he bears down on goal, he scores. I think by the end of the game, he was tanked. And I just fear with Werner coming off, he'll start against Brighton if Son's not available, with Mikey Moore coming off the bench. But, Mikey Moore, I think he's got to start the next game, that presents itself in terms of a cup opportunity. I think he's earned it. I think tonight he's put himself, especially in the fan base eyes, ahead of Timo Werner in the pecking order. So good night for Mikey Moore in general. Good night for Tottenham in general, everybody. Got the win. Job done. I don't want to sit here and harp on about Werner. At the end of the day, I don't want his poor performance to overshadow a lot of the good players' performance. To be honest, there's only so much you can say about Timo Werner before it sort of becomes repetitive. Look, 5-5. We've got that European away game hoodoo out of our system, and let's keep it moving for Brighton at the weekend, Jacko.
Yeah, let's hope that we keep it moving for Brighton. That could be 6 wins in a row. And can't even remember the last time that we won 6 games in a row. Maybe it's happened before, but not often that it happens with Spurs. Usually we have a bit of a mess of a performance in a 6-game run. There's usually 1 or 2 times where we end up embarrassing ourselves. And this feels really good to win, or what hopefully we do win 6 in a row, but it is 5 in a row. Credit to Ange Postecoglou. Any of the pressure that was on him, if it even existed at all, I think definitely has been limited and definitely has been dismissed for the most part. And, credit to him, credit to the squad, credit to everyone involved in getting us a nice little winning form here. Spurs fans should be happy. Another European night where we can feel happy seeing Spurs play more than once a week as well. Dave and I complained a lot about that last season. We only really got to see us play once a week. And now we get to see us win more and more and more. And thanks to Mikey Moore as well for having a great performance. But just a good day. Like I said, wasn't a 4-0 or 5-0 or anything to really rave home about, but a pretty decent performance from Spurs in general. I'd say professional would be the way to put it in a lot of regards. I think for the most part, it was in control. Yes, there were some sketchy moments, but Ange Postecoglou dealt with it pretty well with some of the substitutions that he made. And I'm pretty happy with the performance in general. And Donovan Osterreicher maybe saying, are you going to put a bet on Brendan now to score 10 and 10? Dave, I think, probably that's going to be your first order of business when you get the chance to make sure the bookies are still taking bets on that.
As soon as it's open tomorrow, but just go in. Brendan Johnson scoring his next 5 games. Score 5-5.
I think one of the other members in the chat, Dave, they actually said the betting for Ballon d'Or voting for Johnson has been closed. If you're going to make bets on Ballon d'Or bets for Johnson, he's saying it's been closed. It's too late now. They're not taking any more. And also, I think I saw a hilarious stat that now Johnson has scored in more games in a row than even Kylian Mbappe has, for Real Madrid, which is just pretty hilarious. It's all over the place. The Brendan Johnson fans, you guys should be absolutely over the moon with him getting another big winner and a very clutch one at that. He's becoming ice cold Brendan. He's reminding me of Cole Palmer with these finishes because they're
what I will say is those who absolutely love Brendan Johnson, I think he's got the best happy clapping fan base behind him, because to pull out a stat that he's done more than Kylian Mbappe, like you wouldn't see Sun fans do that, you wouldn't see Madison fans do that, so fair play to him. He's got a right loyal bunch behind him that pull these stats out of the woodwork that actually crack me up when I see them, to be fair. So fair play to them. You do provide me a good source of entertainment and laughter, so thank you.
And last thing, actually, quickly on Brennan before we wrap up here. I would encourage you, Dave, because I know you've been busy with a bunch of stuff, but I would encourage you if you can find it or if it ends up popping up on one of your social media feeds. Tottenham Hotspur did like a post-game interview with him after the Man United game. And
Okay.
this guy, like, I do see why so many people like him because he spoke so well
Mm.
after the game. He's very humble, but he actually goes into a bit of
As good as Mark
detail.
Way?
He kind of did remind me of a Mark Guehi type interview because he's really humble where he doesn't take that much credit for anything. But
Fair.
then he
Okay.
also
I like
really
that.
dove into the performance. Like he really described a lot of elements of the game and a lot of like what went well, what we were trying to do, brought up some of the tactics of, trying to limit the counterattacks, which I thought was interesting that he actually mentioned that they were trying to limit the counterattacks in the game, that they really had to bust their tail to get back anytime there was any sense
Mm.
of danger. And so I would just encourage you, if you look back at
I
the
will.
Spurs archives, Brennan Johnson, one of the best interviews I've seen a Spurs player have actually in a long
Okay.
time, because he actually went into real specifics of, what went well for us at the end of the day. And Ash P saying win more and more and more and more. Exactly right. Exactly right. And I think we are looking forward to even more Brendan Johnson happiness. He might not score for Wales, says Mark. So maybe the goal scoring streak might end there when he goes on international duty with Wales. Brennan Dino, I think it works. Yeah. Bernaldo is what someone else said in the chat there, Ricardo, at some point. They called him Bernaldo. Jacob Anderson saying the performance will improve. There was a lot of changes, and the youngsters got some more game time. The goal that they scored was a great goal, so it's not like Spurs gave up a sitter. Yeah,
Fair.
I agree actually that cross was pretty damn perfect, and it got in
Good
between
finish.
both Ben Davies and Romero. Probably you could argue Romero, even though I think he had a good performance, probably could have done a little bit better there, but it was a pretty
Mm.
picture perfect cross and a good finish as
Yeah.
well that went into the back of the net. So I would agree that it's just unfortunate. We almost had another clean sheet, and Ange Postecoglou, not been known
Oh,
for the clean sheets, but he almost picked up
and
another
you
one.
you best believe that's what would have made me the most happiest tonight. 3 clean sheets on the bounce. I would have loved that. I would have round that one home.
And then Dark Sun G, you've been very, very kind to us tonight, Dark Sun G. We're very appreciative. And he says, "How long has it been since we won a game in both Europe and domestic cups?"
True. True.
Jeez.
And the Premier League.
We usually
All in
embarrass
the space
ourselves
of a
in one
couple
of
of
them.
weeks.
And he's saying previously we would have lost both or lost one of the two. Moore and Lancashire got experience playing in the hostile away environment with the smoke. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing too, is that even Ben Davies in the past complained about playing
Uh-huh.
at Vitesse Arnhem, right? And I'd argue that this FERENCVAROS atmosphere was probably more hostile than even Vitesse was, than Enes Miro was, than some of the teams that we've lost to in the past that we blame the atmosphere on. And so fair play to the boys, especially so many of the younger players like Mikey Moore, like Lancashire, for putting in a shift, putting in a decent performance. Archie Gray, Pop Matasar, guys that are putting in good performances at what should be actually to a degree very different away grounds, ones that you're not used to, ones that actually might be hard to put in, a consistent professional performance in, and they did that tonight. And I think you're correct in saying that, Dark Sun G. And
I think
he is
Davies
also
needed
right
it
that
more.
we didn't embarrass ourselves, which we have done in games like this.
I think Davies needed it more, to be brutally honest. That guy really is terrified of away atmospheres. Honestly, I asked it after Des game. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. That's when I started questioning my existence. A guy complaining about the away atmosphere being too boisterous and too loud. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, that's what you expect. But then also, what also made me more delusioned with it is, it's like, that's Vitesse Arnhem. You go further east across Europe, it's even unkinder, it's even more
Yeah.
unforgiving. And if you can't handle that, what hope have we got the further Europe we go
Yeah.
across? So that was where my sort of worrying,
That
deep,
was my
deep
joke too.
concerns, yeah, came in. But I argue he needed it more than Mikey Moore and Will Lancashire. Look, these guys aren't scarred by what's gone on before. We could see that going out there tonight. They wanted the ball, they wanted to play. It was Davies that needed it, Dark Sun G, and he got it finally.
Yeah, that was my joke as well. The fact that he complained about Vitesse away environment when he's not even that far into Eastern Europe yet at that stage, where it gets a whole lot worse. It's not like he was playing Red Star Belgrade or anything
Yeah,
like that, which
we're
could
out in
be,
Turkey.
yeah, we're out in Turkey, or even to a degree this Hungary side, right? It's
Yeah,
probably not that easy at the end of the day. It didn't look like it was the best pitch or anything. A lot of people were slipping as well. It didn't look like it was the best of conditions. It was also raining apparently like really
it's
hard for the
pissing down.
last two games. It was pissing down. So yeah, definitely not that easy, and he still looked pretty rattled and on this occasion. And it does feel good to not to have embarrassed ourselves in this. And that we even had a question on that in the pre-match buildup, right? Where a lot of previous managers, Conte, Nuno, as well as Jose, they all felt, they all embarrassed, themselves at some point or another with games like this, where we did slip up, where we did end up having some really bad defeats. And if Ange Postecoglou can avoid that, I'd say fair play to him, because no other manager has been able to do that in the past. And so far he has. He's helped us avoid those really embarrassing defeats in that regard this season. So that's a very good point. From Dark Sun G. John Tucker saying it's going to be crazy when we go to Galatasaray. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Ricardo saying, let's not be unfair to Werner. He did hit the back of the net, just not the right side of it. If only the goal was bigger. Just need to just increase the goal margins, and then Timo Werner would be a lethal striker. Kulisek is saying we just need a nasty side to put to put teams away. Still need to have this. We feel we have this, we've done enough attitude. Yeah, that's actually a great phrase to put it as. Like, it's kind of this we've done enough, should be over kind of mentality. One step on the throats, go for more, crush them, if you will. Bald Counter saying, big up to you, Felix. He's saying our first 3 consecutive away wins since we beat Marine.
I think it's our first 5 wins on the bounce in 3 years, if I'm correct as well.
Ooh, that's a good stat. Now all of a sudden the stats are really being very kind to Ange Postecoglou all of a sudden. Mark saying at this point you have to feel for Werner. He knows what he knows, and it must be crushing to him. I think he's just going through such a crisis of confidence for the past 3 or 4 years that I just wonder where he goes from here. You either pick yourself up, you go see like a sports psychologist or something, or, you find someone that can really help you, think differently about these situations and these opportunities. And maybe that could help him, but it just feels like the writing's been on the wall now for a while with Timo Werner. He's just not the same player that he used to be. It does suck to see, though, because you kind of do feel for him.
It's always a gamble, though, taking him in. It was always going to be that gamble.
But it does suck to see, because then you worry that there's going to be more. Because, what happened to him when he was having his dinner, with his family, and then there's that guy that like trolls him and stuff like that, which is just totally out of order. And, it's kind of moments like that you kind of just feel for the guy, because that's probably not going to stop anytime soon with him. And you do have to feel for him in that regard, because no matter how much you're paid, that no one wants to see that. No one wants to go
like that. Annoys me. Look, if you bring your stadium to the fan and you get booed, that's a different story. That's more on you. If they're out having their dinner away from that sort of environment, just leave them alone. Leave them alone. Like, take my thing, Winks. I know he wanted a picture with me, but I refused. I absolutely refused. I just look, if I see him, I'm not gonna abuse him. I'm just not gonna give him the time of day and pretend that I recognize him. It's that simple. Just don't be at players when they're out with their families having meals and shit like that. That's nowhere near on. I get the frustration. I get it. Right? We live from Monday to Friday to see our team turn up on the weekend and hopefully put in a great performance and get a win. And it's frustration when it doesn't happen. But, when he's with his wife and his family having dinner, just leave him alone.
Yeah, it just feels like it can be avoided. But
it's stupid. Because then what it leads to is then when you criticize him on his performance, you're not allowed, because everyone puts the two together rather than separates them. So it does actually no good whatsoever, personally. But big up, we are Spurs TV as well, saying big up Dave and Jack. Really appreciate that. And guys, lastly, make sure you give Jack a big up. This match week, especially these last couple of days, wouldn't have happened without him. He took on a lot of slack, and took on a lot of responsibility and absolutely nailed it. So, guys, make sure you big him up. A lot of you guys are probably saying to me, Dave, take another week off. Jack's got it under control. We don't want you doing your predicted lineups and stuff anymore. But honestly, show Jack the appreciation.
That's very nice of you, Dave. That's very nice of you to say. Thanks for everybody who kept me company while Dave was gone, from doing the Tottenham Hangover show, which everybody, by the way, after the Brighton game, we will be doing over on the Big Up Network. So do look out for that. Please join us for that. Little tactics and some player ratings and just another way to look back at the game after Sunday. So please join us for that on Monday. And then thanks to also, I think we had close to like 13, 14 people that came on the fan show last night. It was absolutely absurd. So thanks to all the people that came on, kept me company, wanted to have a chat. I was very honored and touched to see that. And thanks for all the support that you guys have shown me individually as well as just in general to this channel. Eugene celebrating 1 month, saying, big up, gentlemen. Great job. Thank you, Eugene.
Thank you,
and
Eugene.
I feel like it's been longer than 1 month. Why is it only giving you 1 month? I feel like it's already been a few months at this stage that you've been with us. But thanks for coming on the fan shows, by the way. You've been a very, very good addition to them, Eugene. I really like what you have to say. And also, you remind me a bit of Michael and Sean and Edward and plenty of others that think very deeply about things, probably even deeper than Dave and I do, to be honest. And you speak very well as well, Eugene. So thanks for picking us and coming on the shows and just contributing to this community of ours. You've been very welcome addition to it. Been very happy to have you. And thanks to everybody. Yeah, been massive support this week as always. Thank you so much for being so kind to us, being so good to us. Look out for Twitter Reacts tomorrow. We'll probably be recording that very soon. Send in your fan cams if you have any post-match thoughts, if you have any things that you wanted to say about this game, any little celebrations, send those in, please. Be happy to upload those for tonight or for tomorrow. Other than that, look out for a members preview that's exclusive to every single member of the channel, that we do the members only match preview. So we'll be doing that for the Brighton game and any other business, unless I'm forgetting it. I'll be out there.
You get your channel predictions out, your predicted lineups again, all gearing up for the Brighton game, guys.
Please take over the predicted lineups. Please take that back away from me. That was a nightmare.
Yeah, you know what? They caused me the biggest deal of problems because you're sitting there and you're trying to figure out what you want to say about the guys, and what you're trying to think what Ange, especially when there's injuries, what Ange Postecoglou's going to do and stuff. It's a minefield at times.
No, I did. It was just picking the team in general. It was already hard enough trying to think about what I wanted versus what Ange wanted, but also realizing I had to pick what Ange was probably going to pick. God, it was just nightmarish. So thanks for tolerating me as best you guys could for the time being, but it's good to have Dave back, and looking forward to seeing you guys all tomorrow and enjoying more of the wins. And hopefully we go into the international break with another win, with one against Brighton. But I think we'll leave it there. Thank you so much, everybody. If you could smash the like button on the way out, look out for Twitter Reacts tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. In the big hands we trust. We never stop, boys.
Come on. We'll see you next time, everybody.
And is that me fifth in the fantasy league again? You're all sleeping.
Oh, yeah, we got to update you on that tomorrow. So look out for that as well, the members for tomorrow fantasy update.